I should have peed.
What? You didn't?
No.
You had all this time.
I know. I was chatting it up with you guys, and then right when the music kicked in, I realized, gotta pee. That's all right.
You want to
I'll
run?
No.
Okay. Because it's going to be about an hour.
I know.
Okay. Just letting you know.
It's all good.
Because we have a ton of stuff to talk about.
Oh, my God. Like what?
Oh, boy.
Put a clothes.
Well, first off, good morning, St. Louis.
Good morning. And we are...
And we are here in the studio on this Friday, November the 8th, 2024, and we are live. That's right. Doing our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt good this morning. I think I woke up with like a little pep in my step.
Yeah, that was me yesterday.
Ready to take this day on with gusto and a fervor that only a Friday could give me.
I've been rolling into work just jamming Springsteen like I'm 68 years old.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Springsteen. Yeah.
Dancing in the Dark.
Love
Thunder
it.
Road this morning. Pack me up and just put me in the sky with Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, you know what? I usually don't listen to music on my way in.
What are you listening to?
Podcasts.
Nah. I do that. It's either Marco Polo or Bruce Springsteen for me.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I've talked about this podcast before. 60 songs that explain the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
But now there's a newer version. So it's 60 songs that explain the 90s and 2000s.
Fun.
So they're on the 2000s now. And I was listening to an entire podcast on the song The Middle by Jimmy Eat World. And oh, boy,
it's a great song.
Was it riveting. But it kept me awake. So.
That is one of the few examples of a perfect record post-2000. That Bleed American record?
Oh, yeah.
A perfect record.
A perfect record.
Absolutely.
Aren't they coming to town?
It has all the dynamics. Oh, I don't know. It's a dynamic record. It's like a cohesive record at the same time. Front to back. It's sequenced correctly.
Well, before this morning, I really didn't know much about it. But now, I know everything. Go ahead.
Yeah, they'll be at the factory on the 10th.
He's a Bleed American,
Jimmy Eat World?
Bleed
December.
American historian.
I'm sorry, All American Rejects.
Yeah, there's a
Different
difference.
person.
Whoa.
Different
Don't
people.
you get those two bands confused.
Both.
Jimmy Eat World.
Beautiful
Sorry,
singers.
I'm in Rejects land.
All right, well, good morning, Lauren.
Good morning.
We come to you this morning with a big fat goose egg going into Sunday's Pick'em Challenge. Now, yesterday, before we ended yesterday's show, we all decided we're going to take the Bengals in the Thursday night football game.
Yeah.
And as the underdog, they're the underdog.
Yeah.
By 6-something
It was
points.
by 5.5. 5.5 point underdogs. So we figure, all right, you know what? We've been picking the underdogs the past couple Thursdays, and it's really worked out for us.
Uh-huh.
And not so much this Thursday.
No, it did not.
You know, it did in reality. But in NFL land, we got screwed.
Seems like the refs didn't want the Riz show to go into Sunday 5-0.
We got screwed.
They were like the dad from Footloose trying to shut down the Cheddar Bay Bengal Boogie. They didn't want any dancing in their town, and I didn't
Nope.
like
No.
it. 3 penalties. Even the announcer said 2-point conversion, 3 visible penalties: a holding, a PI, and they hit Joe Burrow in the head
A
and
face
neck
mask.
area, and a face mask. That's 2 different penalties. You can't hit a quarterback in the head and neck with your. That's illegal. That's a 15-yard penalty, and you can't. A face mask is a separate thing. So there was 2 penalties on the quarterback they didn't call. They held the guy on the line of scrimmage, and then there was questionable whether the guy got there early on the throw, and the flags just stayed in their pocket.
Well, I woke up this morning to a bunch of emails of, our very thoughtful and just super loyal and love to see us win listeners. Just calling us idiots, which is fine.
We deserve that.
Which is fine. So I saw that this morning. And also in another abundance of emails. Apparently, we are your monkey show.
Yes.
All things chimp-related, monkey-related.
Yeah. I got 50 of those articles emailed and DM'd to me like, hey, you guys got to cover this. You're the you're the talkers of the monkeys.
The monkey show. Headline: search underway for 40 monkeys who escaped from South Carolina research facility.
I support it. I love it. I hope they all just...
Were they? It sounds like they were liberated,
I hope so.
or somebody left the gate open.
Sounds like a little bit of an inside job.
So, police search underway for 43 monkeys escaped from a research facility in South Carolina.
It's Project X, dude.
Police in Yemassee, Beaufort County said the Rhesus macaque primates escaped from the is it Alpha Genesis or Alpha Genesis?
Probably that.
It's Genesis.
You
Is
want
that
to chimp
Genesis?
crazy? You gonna get trimp
It's Genesis.
Yeah,
I don't know, but it's spelled Genesis, but it sounds more evil. Alpha Genesis.
Oh.
Matthew Broderick, where were you on the evening of November 7th?
We'll just call it Alpha Genesis. It's a business that provides, quote, non-human primate products and bioresearch services. That's according to their website. The monkeys were a group of, quote, very young females that have never been used for testing.
Rise up, ladies.
And
Let's
Alpha
go,
Genesis,
girls.
An Alpha Genesis spokesperson confirmed to the police that the animals are too young to carry disease. Alpha Genesis currently have eyes on the primates and are working to entice them with food, police said on Thursday afternoon. Traps have also been set up, and officers are using thermal imaging cameras in an attempt to recapture the animals. Residents are strongly advised to keep doors and windows secured to prevent these animals from entering homes.
All of a sudden, there's just a spotlight of Tanya Haddix in the sky. Tanya, help!
Yeah, I found footage. I mean, it's right here. Here's footage of it. You see? Matthew Broderick, this guy trying to prevent him from... Oh, Helen Hunt was there.
Everybody's so young.
Oh, I remember this movie. Yeah,
Dude,
he lets them all go, right?
I love this movie. Well, hey, spoiler alert.
Oh, I'm sorry. 1987 movie.
What a great film.
Anyone who finds a monkey should not interact, but instead call 911. The company works with monkeys to carry out clinical trials, including on brain disease disorder. Brain disease disorder treatments, and says it has one of the largest and most comprehensive non-human primate facilities designed specifically for monkeys in the U.S. I don't know how these things got out. They're not saying yet. But they are assuring the public that these are not monkeys that have been, treated with diseases and stuff. So don't panic, everybody. But they are cute, though. I'll be honest with you. They are. Those rhesus monkeys are cute.
They are very cute.
And if one comes into my house, I'm keeping it.
Fine.
Yeah.
These are not the ones that grow up and, rip hands off, I don't believe.
Reese's monkeys?
Yeah, right?
No, I think they just like peanut butter cups, and
Yeah, that's it. They're just like peanut butter cups.
they're chill.
These are not the rip your hands off, rip your face off chimps of chimp crazy.
They'll
No.
probably bite you.
Yeah, they'll get you. But it'll be cute.
It'll be cute, and they seem very mischievous. Or mischievous, sorry.
Mischievous.
Mischievous. I just made up a word. It's all
That's
right.
my online name.
Mischievous?
Mischievous.
One of those monkeys you could train to pickpocket people.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you, the juvenile ones, they look pretty cute, dude. But I'm going to go ahead and say the adult ones, I don't know. They look face ripper of, potential. Look at it. Look at the teeth on this
got
thing.
fangs, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, well.
Listen, man, the way that this one's gazing at the camera, I don't know if this one's such a nice guy either. Look at, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like the difference between the cute little puppy
The cute little
versions
baby ones, yeah.
and the
and the adult ones kind of look
look
mean.
at him puffing out
Cute.
his chest. He's
There's
bowing,
But again, you
he's
could train
bowing
these
up on
things.
you.
You could train these things to do crimes.
These are the ones
Like
that steal your...
bread from a vendor.
Yeah, I was going to say, these are the ones that steal your hot dog when you're up in the
Yeah,
mountains.
It's
no,
Aladdin.
these are the ones that you could train to pickpocket you.
No. You're talking about the little ones that you see at like Grant's Farm back in the 80s? That's not what this is. These are the ones that they come down from the mountains and they start jacking tourists' purses and taking their hot dogs.
Oh, okay. So they start jacking tourists. That's a whole different thing. But
That's a different monkey
all of a
altogether.
sudden, tourism has gone up in that area. What?
Way to go, monkeys.
What were the ones that they would do the tricks? Have a little miniature bicycles.
I'm
and they
thinking
had
of
them on a
the
leash.
one from Indiana Jones.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Those are the ones that they have on the beach. They're like, hey, you want to take a picture with it on your shoulder?
Yeah.
And then
Aren't those?
I don't think. No, that's not the same thing.
Like this kind of monkey?
No. Look how much bigger these guys are.
Well, stop sending us monkey articles because we are not your monkey show.
They used to have those at Grant's Farm, man. Back in the 80s and 90s, that was my favorite thing to look forward to when I was a kid. I was like, oh, I'm wondering.
Getting the monkey on the shoulder?
Well, yeah, you're going to feed the goats and then, well, not the monkey on the shoulder. No, they would have like the little trainer with like a leash, and then he would be doing tricks. And he would come up and like grab your money and go put it in the bucket.
Right. He'd also ride a bike.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he would do all sorts of tricks.
Man, I don't know.
What are they?
But 43 of them are loose.
Capuchins.
Oh, these are Reese's monkeys are helper monkeys for disabled people?
Oh.
Huh. Oh, anyway. Be careful down there in South Carolina. Here's a hypothetical I saw, and I'm looking on our Friday leftovers here, the stories I didn't get to this week. Here's a hypothetical that, interesting question. Would it be worse to find a dead person under your bed or a living person under your bed?
Oh, no.
So what would be worse to find under your bed? A dead person or a living person?
I don't know why my brain did the imagination of just Willem Dafoe, both deceased and alive under there, and both are terrifying to me.
So in Learn's head, the alive or dead person is Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
I don't know, man. His face freaks me out.
And he's smiling.
And I would also date him. I don't know what that means.
Dead or alive, he's smiling. He's like, he's got that thing like this.
His eyes are pulled back. Hell yeah.
Looking like the Green Goblin.
Worse? It's an interesting question. And your
I'm going to say living because there's more to deal with.
Your answers will lead to different scenarios moving forward.
Right. Well, now you're like, how did they get there? How long have they been dead? Why didn't I find them earlier? Oh, no, it smells. I mean, I'm with Moon. There is more to deal with if Willem Dafoe is alive under there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I would be more traumatized, I feel, if they were dead. So I'm going dead.
Well, okay. Let's back up from one
because there was a massive poll taken, and I do have what America said.
We got to run a couple hypotheticals here.
Okay.
What's the worst case scenario if he's dead? Well, the worst case scenario is you're convicted for murder.
Well, I hope not. Like, I mean, it's just now I've found a dead person. And
But who's to say that they're not going to accuse you immediately? Hey, Learn has a dead guy.
And you didn't kill them, so who put the dead person there?
Right, and where are they?
It's clearly someone who's trying to frame Learn for murder.
Exactly.
Now that leads to a whole nother set of circumstances.
Yeah, both circumstances. But then they're alive, and then what are they going to do?
And then you have to fight them.
Yeah, right.
Are they wanting to do you? Are they wanting to fight you?
Yeah, why are they under your bed?
Right.
Are they hiding from something? Are they looking to assault you in some way?
Yeah, should I get under there? Like, should we both hide? Like, who knows? I'm still going dead. I will get a good lawyer.
See, I feel dead is just more gross than anything else.
It is. It's so traumatizing.
But again, it leads down to how to get there. I have to explain this to the police.
Yeah.
Hopefully they believe me. And then that leads into other nightmare scenarios of what if they accuse me of killing this person and I have to prove my innocence?
Right.
And they lock me up and nobody believes me.
I know. We'll believe you, pal.
Yeah, we'll be your character witnesses, man.
I don't have it in me.
Rafe, what do you want dead Willem Dafoe or alive Willem Dafoe?
Oh, I want a live Willem Dafoe because I want to hang out with that guy. I love that guy.
Leave Willem Dafoe out of this.
Oh.
Would you rather? Would it be worse to find under your bed a dead person?
Less red tape.
Or a living person?
A living person, less red tape. Like, are they, can I shoo them away? Can I just be like, get out of here?
You don't know. You've only caught a glimpse because they're under your bed after all. They could be a martial artist. They could be an advanced martial artist.
Right. Now you have to deal with an alive person.
They could be all weaponed up. You don't know.
Yeah, but they're laying flat.
I would say you've only
You
seen
ever
their
tried to
profile.
get out from under a bed? That's a lot. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, but they take your ankles and they pull you towards the bed, and now you're on the ground too, and then they're going to pull you under there. Oh, yeah.
Not these ankles. Better pack a lunch, brother.
Man, I'm really curious to see what people said.
I don't know. I don't know. It's tough.
I want Rafe's answer.
I guess a dead body, just because then I'd be like, come get this thing,
You're right, though. It's less red tape with an alive person.
Well, you get a dead body under there. It's a whole. You're two day, your weekend shot. This happens on a Friday.
Yeah, do you
You're
want
downtown answering questions till Sunday.
do you want to deal with the hassle now or later? That's your
It's just like a
option here.
crackhead who wandered in your house and you can, chase him out with a broom or something. That's 20 minutes of your life tops.
Right, yeah. And
Oh,
they're-
dude.
Yeah, exactly. And they're probably giving you one of those foil blankets because you're traumatized.
Absolutely.
When
they
we
are.
were doing-
And having you sip cocoa.
When we were doing our first record in Orange County, we were living in this rental house in like the total ghetto, like just super super rundown neighborhood, and it's no basement, and I was sleeping on the couch, and the couch was right next to the front door, and out there you didn't have air conditioning, so the door was kind of always open, but we had like a metal screen door, and that thing, while I'm sleeping on the couch, probably popped open, I'd say 3 times in the course of a couple months, and somebody stumbled through, and I just assumed, like, oh, this must be a friend of somebody else. No, dude, it was a random drugged-out neighbor that didn't know which house was his and ended up sleeping on the just crashed on the living room floor. I'd wake up, and there was some dude right there. You don't know if he's living or dead, just laying on the floor, and I'm like, well, I guess he's so-and-so's friend.
You hope.
I don't know who this guy is.
You hope it is.
Yeah, I mean, he's comfortable. Clearly, he's very comfortable in this home. I'll just leave him be.
Well, how about you kill the alive person that was under your bed? Now you're dealing with 2 issues.
Right. Well, nobody wants that.
Well, then you are responsible.
Then you are responsible.
That's my argument for the dead body. If I didn't do it,
I mean,
if
would
you do have to kill the alive person, now you got both problems. Now you found an alive person, and now there is a dead guy under your bed.
Yeah,
Now,
but at least
when you
there
find the
was
dead
a
You
fight.
did it.
But
when
at
you
least
find
there
the
was a
dead
fight.
guy, are you trying to hide the dead guy?
No. I'm calling the cops. What? I woke up. Somebody's dead.
Well, America has spoken. And it was almost deadlocked, by the way.
Really?
49% said they would rather have a dead person under there.
Wow.
Yeah, 49% said a person who's alive would be worse. 51% said a person who was dead.
Yeah, worse in the moment, for sure. But I don't know, man.
I think I'd rather the alive person. I could run. I could fight.
Could you? What if they're bigger than you
And
and more murderous?
I could juke
Shimmy?
him out. I
Okay.
could jimmy. Jimmy. I could shimmy my way out of there. I could also jimmy my way out of there. I don't know.
Whatever you want.
That's an interesting question. Would you rather find a dead person under your bed or an alive person? And assuming you don't know the alive person. Also assuming you don't know the dead person.
That's going to be the office talk today in St. Louis. Everybody's going to go in and say, hey, riddle me this. Dead or alive person under your bed. That's who you're going to find.
Yeah,
tomorrow morning.
pull the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, get on the intercom.
Pull
today.
the office. Do an all staff email.
And let us know the results.
Let us know the results. I meant to bring this up the other day. I was talking to a buddy of mine earlier this week. So we hadn't spoken in a while. And his wife works at a fancy restaurant in New York City. It's one of those high-end clientele restaurants.
Is this a career place for employees? It's one of those nice ones you're making a living
She
in New
makes
York.
good money. She's a hostess. So
Awesome.
she's a hostess at a high-end restaurant.
So it's like one of those places.
Yes.
It's so good, it's a career place.
She makes very good money doing it. So he was saying that they always seat the unattractive people on the back away from the rest of the people.
Yeah. That's how you know if you're looking good or not, depending on where you get seated.
But is this true?
no,
Could be.
He told me that's what they do.
they don't do that.
Sure they do.
If you come in with a reservation, then they have to decide how attractive you are right on the spot and either put you up front if they're hot or more out of sight if they're not. And if you work at a high-end restaurant, you can anonymously tell us.
so let's
Tell me if this happens.
Yeah,
if this is true.
let's presume that they're not necessarily objectively hot, but if you are really looking good dress wise, you know what I mean?
I can see him
you-
doing it based on what you're wearing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I
I can see him sticking me in the back
like
when I come in my trucker jacket. When I come into Chris's Steakhouse, they're like, "Oh, we got a table right here in the back overflow room." for you and the missus.
Yeah.
I'm at the chef's table, dude. Not in a good way.
Oh.
Like, get me back by the grease.
So he said
where
she's
they're
got
frying things
They
up.
walk me to the dish pit. They're like, here, put on an apron.
Just, yeah.
So if they
Get back
walk
here.
in and she's got to make the call right away, to the back or up front?
Well, I mean, you probably want those front tables to look as prestigious as possible, you know, as well, I hate to say well dressed, but like as well dressed as possible, because it is the hood ornament of the restaurant.
Yeah, you can use
Like,
for
though,
anywhere,
it's-
though.
It's a workflow thing, though, too. At most restaurants, like, you got a seat to where the best, especially high end, you need a seat where, like, the best, you know what I mean? You don't want to be piling 4 people, 2 6-tops full of hot people on top of one server just so you can have some attractive people sitting up front, then they all have a bad experience, and then the hot people give you a bad review.
Well, it's even like referenced in movies and different TV shows over the last couple of decades. You know, like somebody has like a good table. You know, like so and so walks in and we're going to clear your table. You know what I mean? Like some billionaire walks in, they want to keep them as happy as possible and show off that, hey, this billionaire's eating at the Point restaurant or whatever.
My friend got reservations at like a high-end restaurant to propose, and they stuck them right by the kitchen doors.
So when the door opened, it probably hit the back of the chair?
Like, yeah. He's like, dude, I was so mad because he's like, every time there's like running food in and out of the kitchen, the door's like swinging open, and the door like was right behind him. So every time the girl he's proposing to is looking at him, the door
Would swing open behind him?
yeah, and it's just like servers yelling at each other. He's like, it was not a good environment. Had to abort. I think he did propose, but like not
there?
not at the table.
And here's another thing that he told me. So when people come in with a baby and don't have reservations, they always wait double the time because they hope they'll leave.
Oh, right on.
I mean, how do you feel about this? Are you like appalled?
Nah, man. However you want to run your restaurant.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, man.
Nah, man.
However you want to run, you know.
This is discrimination I can get behind.
Acceptable discrimination.
Nobody wants to look at ugly people when they eat, okay?
Okay, ugly people and crying people. I
And
don't want
imagine
it.
an ugly baby. I'm trying to eat
No,
my
I'm trying to eat. I don't want to see ugly people.
Right.
I don't know. I want to know if it's true. Because I was like, nah, they don't do this.
They might.
Somebody said there was an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm about this, and I do.
Oh, no
vaguely-
way.
I do vaguely remember the episode.
Where Larry gets to like seated in the back and he's like,
Probably.
hey, what happened? In my 50s, I was up there.
Probably.
That's funny.
But you leave yourself open to some, I guess, harsh reviews if you're found out.
Right.
But he said the hardest part of her hostess job, again, my buddy's wife, is that quick snap decision. Should they sit up front or should we put them with the ugly people in the back?
Well, I'm going to be thinking about this every time I go out to
Every
dinner now.
time you go out
me
to dinner.
too.
And then-
I'm reviewing it right now. The few nice restaurants that I've been to, I'm like, oh, that's why they put me in the room with
Yeah.
the doors.
I mean, I had a front row seat. We went out to dinner in Chicago. They put us right in the window. So it was
Oh,
like
well,
seeing
of
public,
course.
you know? So
Look
it was
who's
good.
dining with us today.
Right on.
They usually walk
Humble
me,
brag.
they walk me through through the restaurant to the back door to a
the
table
alley.
in the parking lot.
Yeah, we have a special room for you. We've been waiting for you.
VIP, huh, Mr. Rizzuto, right this way.
Oh, dude, we went to a nice restaurant as a show that one time. Remember, they put us in a closed door room. Now it's all coming together.
Oh, any guns?
Now it's all making sense.
It's like
Yeah.
Goodfellas, only it is in the back.
Yeah,
like in the
Any
alley.
guns? They
had doors.
put you a room with
Yeah.
a door.
It was
Little
kind of awesome.
Pods.
We took it as a compliment, but now I see.
Now, yes.
We were just
Now, thinking about it, yeah.
slovenly.
It's a bunch of ugly dudes just put away, basically in a closet.
I kind of like being. I mean, now I'll think about it as an insult, but before I'd always like.
You like the hidden corners?
Yeah, I think it's because I worked at a restaurant for so long. Like, get me away from the bar. There's a lot of places you walk in, it's like the bar's right up front. There's tables adjacent.
And there's a lot of activity going on up there.
Yeah, put me in the back where I can
Yeah, me too. Put me in the back.
have my conversations be a little more private. Get away with a little more
I'm private.
private.
But I want you all
Wow,
this
Tom.
weekend. If you go out to dinner this weekend, take note of where they put you. Take note of where they put you this weekend if you're going out to dinner. Hell, if it's an Applebee's, even think it then.
Oh, yeah.
and say, are you putting us in the back because we're ugly? Are we an ugly family?
No, I think for the rest of the year, we should all be tallying up. For the rest of the year, every time you go out to dinner, did they seat you? Were you hot or not? Hotornot.com is back.
Hot
this
or
is
not.
it. And then at the end of the year, we'll see. That's a good poll, and maybe you need to work on yourself.
Do we have
for
an ugly
2025.
audience?
Do we have an ugly audience? It's
No.
a valid question.
Dude, my daughter was a hostess at a really, really nice country club. I'm going to ask her if they ever did this.
Doesn't this apply? This would only apply to like the very beginning of the shift, right?
Well, if there are open tables too, like if there's no,
That's what I mean. By the time they're swamped on a Friday night, it's like you just kind of get what you get.
Or do you?
I mean, usually walk in, you can see that there's like one table they're clearing off for you.
yeah, if it's crowded, or they'll give the excuse if there's already
reserved.
reservations
Yeah,
for
sorry.
that table. I've had that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're clearing off a table. Oh no, that's been spoken for already.
Yeah,
But I'm here right now.
by someone that has a better face.
And they put you in the corner on the back. I think they put me in the corner on the back.
Marla,
I think they
hooch.
put me in the corner in the back.
Hooch.
I think you'll be right at home in our Swamp Monster banquet hall.
Thank you.
Why do you call it that? Oh, it's just a fun thing we do here.
I do enjoy if you come in with a baby, they make you wait double the time. So
I
they
do
hope you
too.
go-
I'm a
they
trash
hope you
human.
go away.
The baby tax.
It's the baby.
They hope you go away.
Man, I need a nice dinner. It's been a long time since I've been out to like one of them places.
Oh, treat yourself.
Well, I don't get to treat myself. I get to treat my whole family.
Well, time to be selfish, pal.
Nah, I'll bring everybody.
Maybe you and the wife.
Yeah, it's been a long time. And actually the kids, well, I don't know if this is a good thing or not. The kids were like, hey, you guys need to go out on a date. So, well,
They're telling you, do it.
we have date night every night. We watch TV together.
That's not
Yeah,
what they're
that's
saying.
not-
Get out of the house. We want to have a little party.
That's exactly what happened. Eventually, my daughter just
they want
goes,
you
no,
out
no,
of
we
here."
just want to be in the house alone. Just
Yeah.
like, will you just give us a couple hours? Like, just do it. I'm like, what are they going to do? They're going to snoop?
dance.
Are they like planning on snooping or something?
Maybe they're planning a nice surprise. If you want to confirm this, just type road rage into X or Instagram or TikTok. A new poll by Hancock Tires. Is it Hankook or Hancock? I don't know. Hankook.
Probably cock.
What?
Scottish.
They found more Americans are raging behind the wheel than when this survey was done a decade ago.
I think it's Hankook. It's Korean.
Hankook. So we are raging more on the roads than ever before.
Well, it's because we are raging in life more than ever before. Can confirm.
26% admit they occasionally lose their temper while driving. That's up from 23% in 2014. And I think 26% still seems low, doesn't it? I believe it's 96%, but okay. We're also less likely to describe ourselves as thoughtful, responsible, and obedient drivers. Only 57% agree with that statement, down from 65% a decade ago. And the poll found the number one thing that causes road rage is when other people drive like morons.
Well, yeah.
Sitting in heavy traffic is number two. Now, with all this being said, I've come up with a list. If I had a cannon on my car, and I could deploy and shoot, whoever I wanted to. Here are the top things I would like to blow to smithereens in a fit of road rage
Let's
if
do
I
it.
had a cannon on my car. And you could agree or disagree with these things. Amazon delivery van that parks in the middle of the road. Gone.
It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, and they're so quick.
I'm just telling you, I was thinking of stuff all week to put on this list.
Hey, you pay for the convenience. You know what I'm saying?
That's the tax.
I know, but you don't got to park in the middle of the road. Like, you could park off to either side.
That's the tax, though.
The Jeep with the 18-year-old too busy looking at her phone to notice light changed. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. The garbage truck that keeps starting and stopping and starting and stopping. Bye-bye.
Also, buses, the public bus line. Get behind one of those.
Goodbye.
Kill me. On Manchester, no thanks.
The old lady taking her sweet damn time in the crosswalk. Bye-bye.
My goodness. Really going after a lot of people that are not guilty.
I'm just saying, these are all things that this week, and I had my phone, like my notes, like voice to notes. The BMW that just cut me off. Bye-bye.
There you go.
The DoorDash driver moseying down the street trying to find the right address. Bye-bye. The car covered in student driver decals. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Anyone on a bicycle. Bye-bye.
I also like to throw in there truckers that take up every lane all at once to see each other, because that happens sometimes
Oh
too.
yeah,
The slow roll.
when they throw the block, like one is in the passing lane, and then they intentionally go the same speed.
Yeah, they're like
so they can
waving at
just
each other
slow
like on the
down.
CBs, like, "What's up, Larry?
Oh, that's cute.
I
You've
don't
got
got
the power.
time."
The 18-wheeler that sure feels like it speeds up whenever I try to pass it. Bye-bye. Blinker free zone drivers. Is your turn signal switch broken? Bye-bye.
Also, people that put Venmo accounts like, "Just turned 21, Venmo me." Bye.
Bye.
I don't know you. You get none of my money. I'm sorry.
I not only have
Happy
front
birthday.
cannons, but I have back cannons. Tailgaters. Get closer. No, really, closer.
You just shot King Scott out of a cannon, by the way.
Who? Me? Mm-hmm. How?
He's been asking for Venmo.
He doesn't have it on
He
soap
doesn't
on
have
the
it
back
on
of his windshield.
If he did, I would have a conversation with him about that. On air is fine. On the back windshield, no thanks.
People who cut in front and then slow down. Oh, you want to crawl in the fast lane? Not anymore.
Also, people judging me for going 80, I have somewhere to be. You're in the lane, no cops. You're just booking it. Everything's cool. It's open road. I'm cool, dude. I'm not a criminal. I'm just going. I got somewhere to be. I'm late. Leave me alone.
It's the learn bond out here.
I would also make an addendum. People who cut you off and then don't go through the yellow light. Like to turn drives me insane.
Fire the cannon.
Fire it off. I'm like, don't cut me off and then be a sissy. Like, if you're going to go, punch it. This is St. Louis. You can go 4 seconds after it's red if you want to.
But also, on the contrary of that, husbands that are in the passenger seat that are upset with their wives when they don't go through the yellow because they don't think they'll make it because it is St. Louis.
Oh, when he gets out of the car, though. Bye-bye. How about people that flash high beams from behind? Oh, you want attention? Bye-bye. How about overly bright LED lights?
Yes, hate it. Are they brights? Are they
Your
normal?
lights look like a portable stadium. Oh, let me dim that down for you.
Every Cybertruck I see. Bye-bye. I know.
How about construction cones with no construction? I see cones, but nobody's working.
That might just be teenagers messing with you, man.
Time to make them confetti.
Ooh.
Self-proclaimed car DJs blasting terrible music. Oh, your mixtape is fire! Last-second exiters. Did you just cross 3 lanes to make that exit?
I did.
Hold on while I adjust my aim.
Okay. People that are already going down an exit, but then realize they took the wrong exit and now are in the little lines to get back on the main
Oh,
highway.
yes. Totally
Goodbye.
stopped.
Goodbye.
What are
Totally
you doing?
stopped.
I saw at least 2 people last week that did this. I'm going, what the hell? Like Ladue Road and 270, somebody made a terrible mistake. Like you couldn't just go down the stupid exit and get back on the highway on the other side of the
You'd already be
freaking
back
road.
on the highway if you just went.
People who brake for absolutely no reason. What are you, testing your brakes out? Let me test my cannon. How about people blocking the intersection just to squeeze in?
Yeah.
Just to squeeze into that. You're blocking the intersection. Get the hell out of the way.
Squeeze into what?
So if it is if there's traffic in front of you and the light turns yellow and you decide to go.
Like if you can't get across
what
the
you
whole
call
lane of
blocking the
traffic.
box.
Yeah.
And they're trying to squeeze
Fire
in.
them off.
Get the hell out of here.
I didn't understand what you were saying for a second.
Also, just putting this out there, VW bugs that have the eyelashes on the headlights. I can't stand it.
Aw. So
People who
cute.
don't understand 4-way stops.
Yeah,
Let's make it a no-way stop.
Like, how is it that you know what? One of my pet peeves is the heroes, the freaking the Sava driver. Like they both pull up and they're like, "You can go." Like, no, just there are rules here, and clearly you need to go. Don't enforce your niceness upon the road, you're jacking the whole system up. There's a system that works just fine. We've all agreed upon it. We've all been tested on it, hopefully. And you come here and you got to tell me to go. Like when somebody's pulling in, you know, like they're pulling off of a major road and you're trying to get on. They need to go first, but they see you and they're like, I'm going to be the nice guy and let you go. And then it always causes trouble. I hate that. Just, there are rules. Just abide by them.
People with Joy FM stickers,
Bye.
get out of here.
People who don't recognize the zipper method of merging
Goodbye.
drives me nuts. Things can move so much faster.
Yeah, I wrote all that stuff down this week.
Nice.
It's good.
Oh, good to get that out.
Yeah, feel better.
Just this week, huh? Oh my
Well, I was really
gosh.
paying attention. Speaking of cars, chalk this up to saving money and the fact that you can learn anything now on YouTube. And I could 100% attest to this. Heading into 2025, more of us feel confident that we can handle minor car repairs on our own if we had to.
What do you mean minor car repairs? You talking about like replacing a battery, or
Yeah.
are you talking about something actually needs to be fixed?
No, like, and I got some stuff here. Like from 10 years ago, if you ask somebody, would they be able to do it or could they do it? What their answer is now.
It's because of YouTube.
Right. It's solely YouTube. And you know what? Also saving money. It's also a saving money thing.
Well, I could do a handful of things, but there's a few things that even though I probably could do them, I don't want to. Like change my oil. Like right now I need an oil change. And I considered.
Well, could you do it?
Well, I considered what it cost me last time, which was absurd. Oil changes sometimes are just crazy
But
price.
you could do it. The question is, could you do it?
I'm going to pretend that I can't, so I never put myself in the situation where I do. It's probably a bad idea. I'm not great with that kind of stuff. Although,
But
I
if
mean,
you watch the YouTube video, I'm sure
dude.
you could do it.
In the very beginning of YouTube is when I had a motorcycle, or I had a couple motorcycles, and I had one that I intentionally bought like this old 70s, you know, kind of bike. I was either going to cafe it, or either way, it was like a cheap bike that I was like, it's very simple. I would like to know how motors and engines work. This is something that I can take apart, I can put back together, and I can kind of learn. And there's not a huge consequence if I botch something.
Right.
And it was awesome. It was fascinating. I had the time. I took the thing apart. I replaced I replaced the gears and some other part, and it was excellent. I sold it for more than I bought it for. It was like the greatest experiment ever, and I want to leave it right there. I'm 1 for 1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for example,
and
like,
that's it.
remember a couple weeks ago, my battery went dead in my car?
Yeah.
And I was in a full-blown panic because it was a Sunday. You know, nothing was open. Again, I was in a full-blown panic. I am not a handyman. And then I watched a YouTube video, and I went, oh, that's easy. It's easy to do. I never looked it up before. I just assumed it would be a thing I'd have to take into a shop to get fixed. I never in my life would have thought of doing that myself. Now, my dad's probably looking down on me going, you idiot. This is the simplest thing in the world. I was in a full-blown panic until I pulled up a YouTube video, and it showed me step by step. It took 5 minutes.
It's kind of one reason I want.
Now, sure, I almost killed myself arcing the 2 poles and shooting myself across the garage, but that's on me.
Yeah, next time you need some electric work done on your house, just YouTube it, dude. I'm sure it'll go well.
That was my fault just for being careless, but I learned my lesson.
Just one of the reasons I want like an old classic 60s or 70s Bug is because A, I think they're awesome. I just think they're cool classic cars, and B, it seems simple where I can learn about it. You know what I mean? I can use it as an opportunity to learn and know a few more things.
All right, so compared to 2015, what do people say now? So can you change a flat tire? Back in 2015, only 52% of people said they could. Now it's up to 65%. And I think we all in here could change a flat tire if we had to.
Yeah. Take me a little while, but I can do it.
Done it plenty.
Could you change your oil? I probably could. I would have to watch a video on
Same.
it. Back in 2015, 45% of us could. Now it's up to 58% of us.
When's the last time you filled up your tank and checked your oil? Because that used to be a thing that I did with my first car because my dad taught me to do it. And then I have never done it since. Like for 20 years, I've never.
So
Checked it.
every time you filled up your car, you check your oil?
Yeah, my dad was like, every time you fill up your car, get that dipstick out and take a look at it.
Yeah, I used to too. I had a couple cars that you had to do that.
Well, now you have your car telling you, like, hey,
The
buddy,
sensors.
you need.
Well, I'll tell you when it's low. I'm sure the old ones did that as well. But these 80s cars that I had, like, they just burned it, or it was just, I mean, we're talking about, for the first 15 years of my life, I was driving cars with over 150,000 miles on it. So, like, you just kind of had to keep up on that stuff because one little mishap and I'm not driving anymore.
Well, listen, there used to be full service gas stations where they would do that for you. That was part of the full service. You'd pay, a little more per gallon, but somebody would pump the gas for you, pop your hood.
Yeah, but when you're young, you don't have money like that. You're saving every dollar. I was like, only pumping $9 or something. I never was filling
That
up
is not an
tanks.
option anywhere anymore, by the way. Now, in New Jersey, it's full service, but that just means the guy pumps the gas for you. Mm-hmm. Are there any full service gas stations around anymore?
There are.
Where?
I think there's one in Columbia, Illinois, still on Main Street. This really old gas station that was awesome. We used to go there and fill up, and they would like do your windshield. And
I don't remember the last time I went to a full outside of the state of New Jersey. The last time I went to a full service gas station.
it'd be kind of fun to have a boutique gas station like that. Like that's a fad or something.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Be neat.
Hey, you mentioned a couple days ago you were talking about like car culture. Are we still gonna have car culture in 50 years? And I said I think we will, just because cars are freaking awesome.
I don't think so.
I think we will, but I do think that this is changing, and maybe it's just what I'm noticing or not noticing. I do feel like the whole like metric of masculinity around being able to do car stuff and all that's disappearing, because most people these days don't feel the need to be an expert on their motors to be considered a man.
Hey, if I fix something, I feel a little more masculine.
Yeah, you do, but I'm saying you don't feel some stupid dork pressure.
I don't feel pressure to it, but damn it, when I changed that car battery and a couple days later I fixed the dishwasher by myself.
Right, but you know what I'm saying? Like our
I felt that testosterone coursing through my veins. I picked my wife up and took her right to the bedroom.
Thank goodness.
You know what I'm saying, though?
What's going on?
Our weird grandpas were like, you ain't a man unless you can do this.
Well, of course.
You're like, oh, yeah, okay.
Well, they also don't design vehicles to be worked on at home anymore.
Yeah, now you got to plug your car into a computer to tell it.
Everything is like, well, and everything's even oil changes, dude. Like the newer cars, it's so hard to get to the oil filter. Like they used to be in an okay place to where you could like put them up on ramps or maybe even change it from the top on some of the old Mopar motors and stuff. And now, I mean, some of them are hard to get to, but
Yeah, I just mean the masculinity metric. I think
car
as long as cars are around, car culture will be around.
Hey,
'Cause
maybe
it's awesome.
Maybe the masculinity, the pressure to do that stuff yourself is gone, but damn it, I feel masculine when I do those repairs.
I feel masculine when I pull off anything with my hands or do any of that kind of stuff, But like I'm just saying that weird dorky expectation or whatever it is,
That's a metric for your manhood.
Yeah, I think that's going away.
We measure your manhood other ways, usually with a ruler. Would you be able to change your brake fluid?
Nah.
Well,
you mean without a video or an instruction?
I mean, no. If I asked you right now, would you be able to change your brake fluid?
No, I don't know.
I wouldn't even know where to find it.
Well, I could show you where it is, but
I know it's somewhere to the brakes. Back in 2015, 35% of people could do it. Now it's 49%. Rafe, would you be able to change your brake fluid?
I think so, yeah. I'm pretty confident I could, yeah. Mostly because I've had a 96 Grand Cherokee for so long. All the things you're talking about, they're like, people don't do that anymore. I'm like, I was just doing all that. I had a quart of oil that I had with a rag that I would just put under my hood in a little cubby hole because I knew that she was leaking. She was just slowly just crying oil as I drove down the road. I had to top the old Jeep off about once a week.
Yeah.
Half a quart. Nothing big.
That's not good.
That's
not good.
Nothing to spend money on.
Half a quart every week?
Maybe every 2 weeks. I mean, 300,000 miles, she's burning jet fuel, baby.
Could you replace your car battery? 51% in 2015 said no. 64% say now yes.
Yeah, I get with the video. And I've watched people do it so often.
Can you replace the air filter in your car?
Yep.
Maybe.
Used to do that a lot.
I would have to know where it is.
Yeah,
I know it's
again,
in there somewhere.
Video, I'm down.
I know whenever I get my oil changed, they show it to me.
You'll find it. It's easy to find.
It's in there somewhere.
Yeah,
it's in there somewhere.
You'll find it. If I said, well, how big is the air filter, Riz? When you see it, and you'd make a shape, and I go, okay, find that shape.
Point it out.
It's right there.
If you opened up your hood, Rafe, would you be able to find the air filter immediately?
I think so, yeah.
It would take me a second.
And by the way, they're just showing you air filter. It may not be your air filter. They're just showing you a dirty one.
Do they do that?
That's the old upsell.
What?
Dude, no.
There's a prop air filter. at these
Yeah,
places?
I bet you they got
They
it.
just pulling it.
No
Yeah, they
way.
just pulling the really dirty one out. It's going up.
You're sitting in
Hank,
there
you
like
better
a rube.
not.
Yeah, you're sitting in there
It's
like
your
a
air
rube,
filter. Look at this.
playing Candy Crush on your phone, and some guy's like, they're bringing you like a dirty old dryer lint filled air filter. Like, yeah. I'm not saying you have to. You wouldn't know. Be honest, you wouldn't know. If they walked in there with just a random air filter, showed it to you, you wouldn't be able to be like, that's not from my car.
No, of course not.
You wouldn't know. I bet it's happening.
Ooh, you know what I got to do next
That's the
time?
ultimate upsell.
Next
dude.
time I get my air filter changed, I'm going to say, give me a marker. I'm going to put my name on it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to put my name on the outside of it.
Smart.
That's the move.
And then if you catch them, you get a free oil change.
Yeah.
Those are the rules.
Oh, that's the move. I'm doing it. Would you be able to change your spark plug?
I've done that before. And again, did it on a motorcycle.
In a car, though.
Yeah, I've done it before.
39% say no in 2015, 50%. I'm sorry, 39% say they can do it in 2015, 50% say now, yes.
We had
Point me in the direction of your spark plugs, and I think I could figure it out.
I got this car from a convent, and it had been driven like 110,000 miles or something like that by the nuns. And this thing, you can condition an engine, and this thing would not go over 50. It had never been over 50 miles an hour, and 110,000 miles of 30-mile-an-hour driving from the convent to wherever the nuns were driving, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get this thing going around 60 miles an hour, the whole thing is shaking. And it must have shaken everything loose because it was just one simple thing after the next. It was spark plugs. Then it was the battery. Then it was this. Then it was that. Then it was just like very slowly deteriorating because the nuns had kept it in just this cake scenario,
Yeah.
And then when you actually start driving, the thing is like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Everything falls apart.
Well, 45% of people say they probably would still pay a mechanic to do most of that stuff. Mm-hmm. But they're fairly confident they could do it themselves if they had to, as long as there was Wi-Fi. As long as there was a connection to the internet.
Hey, you got a phone in one hand, I guess, and you're just doing it while you're watching it?
Yeah, you watch the video first. And then you're like, all right, I got the idea. And then you have your phone by you, and you go step by step.
Those are probably brilliant videos for the content creators because think of how many times they're going to be rewatched, and rewound and pause and whoop, 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 whoop. I mean, the numbers are probably crazy.
When I YouTubed, how to change the battery in a 2018 Jeep Wrangler, I mean, there were 500 videos.
I bet you, though, for those of us that have done some of the simple stuff on like the cars from the 80s or even the 90s, I bet you if we tried to do it on a vehicle now, we'd sound like our dads did in the 80s when they're like, these cars are so hard to work on compared to the old ones. The old ones were all big and open. I could stand up in this damn thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm always worried about screwing it up more. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to screw it up, and it's going to become even more of a cost issue because I screwed it up.
Did your parents or did your dad have the wheel ramps?
Oh, yeah.
The big orange ones, the metal ones?
He had big red ones. I mean, my dad could take apart a car.
Yeah, my dad would always have his gremlin up on there. Always working on his gremlin. My 6'4", 250-pound football player dad was driving a gremlin.
That's awesome. I used to get so afraid driving up those things. My dad would be like, I got to change your oil. Lauren, you got to drive up on these things. I didn't trust him. I'm like, Dad, no, because I felt like I wasn't going to.
Yeah, those things are crazy.
The wheels were going to fall off and I was going to kill him.
I know my dad wanted me to learn, and I was the tool holder, and I never paid attention. I regret that. I wish I would have paid it. Although the cars he was working on back then, it's not the same now.
Yeah, that's like learning Windows 94.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the basic concepts are the same.
I
guess
think
so.
The general public grossly overestimates their ability to watch a video and execute what they just witnessed. So these numbers are a little skewed because I think everyone's saying the same thing you're saying. Like, yeah, put a video in. Like I watched a video on how to redo the interior of my Jeep one time, like how to pull all the interior down and put all the upholstery back up yourself. And I'm like, I can't do it. I could go buy all the tools to do it, but there's no way it's going to look the way it looked at the end of that. You know what I mean? Like you can watch Martha Stewart make a cake. Can you replicate that cake? You can have a version of that cake that you made, but it ain't going to look like Martha Stewart's cake. And I feel like that's a lot of the car videos.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks that, pop out YouTube video. They're Goodwill Hunting, and they can just watch a video and innately have this ability to go. Because some of it gets pretty
listen, I could watch a
complicated.
video of Michael Jordan playing basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not going to be Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Hey, pardon my ignorance with this kind of stuff, but what if you start working on certain things? Is there anything that you can work on that would void a warranty? That I shouldn't be working
Well,
on?
don't open the back of your iPhone.
Yeah, well, it happens with amps. It happens with all sorts of stuff. And I think that's one reason I have never intended on even educating myself on some of the major stuff, because are there warranty voiding scenarios that you can find yourself in where you take it in to your dealer? I take it into David Taylor and I'm like, hey, can you work on this? And they're like,
did you touch this?
Yeah, I'm like, what did you, this is backwards.
What'd you do?
You've botched this whole thing.
This is clearly your fault. Somebody did just send us an instant feedback message. I'm not going to say where this person worked. But they said they were a former assistant manager at a place that changes oil. And it says, we would have several dirty air filters that we were told to show customers to upsell them.
Told you. I told you. You ain't getting by on me. I'm on to you fools.
You knew it.
Rubes. It's the ultimate upsell, dude. I don't even know if cars need air filters.
Probably don't.
Yeah, we
Probably
don't even
don't.
smoke
Probably
them
don't.
anymore.
Would you know?
No.
If you did? I don't know.
A lot of trust. There's a lot of trust that goes into pulling your car into one of those bays and trusting the person's not going to. It's like a doctor. I'm trusting you. There's a contract between us. And you're lying?
I'm getting better at saying no on the upsell. Did it yesterday at Ulta. Had to get a new concealer. This
Can relate. Go ahead.
Yes. And, these chicks are helping to find your match. And she was like, you're going to buy the NARS, but I think you'd like something better. And I go, okay. So she starts putting stuff on my face. And then she's like, oh, it's out of stock. We'll have to order it. I go, nah, I don't order. If it's not here today,
So you're not getting me.
It's the shopping gods telling me
You're not
Yeah.
getting
it's
me
not
on
worth
this.
buying it.
That's a good call.
Said no, got my NARS, got the hell out of there.
Nice bars. Do you remember when they used to do half the makeup in the mall?
They still do.
They still do that to ladies? Man, dude.
Come to the Chanel counter.
They
That
do
will
They'll
what?
dig you up.
They used to, the mall in the 90s, I remember my aunt going and,
Oh, like a Macy's.
yeah, they do but they do half your face.
Right, to show you the difference.
Oh.
Show you the
You're so
difference.
ugly.
And then if
You're
you
so
wanted them to
nice.
do
Oh, no, I never do that.
so if you wanted to do the other half,
You got to pay?
you had to pay. Otherwise, you had to walk around the mall with
Yeah.
half your face done, almost looking like you had a line, like the old.
Like straight down the middle of your face?
Yeah, you remember when people used to do Lionel Richie, Endless Love, and one half of them would be Lionel Richie and the other half would be the lady? You kind of look like that. And I was like, damn, that's a dirty upsell, because then it's
Man.
like you either got to go to the bathroom and scrub all that stuff off your face for a half hour or just pay the $25 to finish the job.
Yeah, she put one concealer on my left, different concealer on my right. I went to a happy hour yesterday looking like crazy person.
Like an idiot.
Yeah,
You did?
I did.
All right, one more thing before we move on, and I saw this video on YouTube. Has anybody watched these Zach D films? You know what I'm talking about on YouTube?
No idea.
And okay, so I watched a video of how to survive falling off a skyscraper,
Okay.
and I just thought it was interesting.
What do you
Listen,
mean, he jumped off of it?
well, mostly, what happened to you in your dreams, falling off a skyscraper does in fact occur in reality too, and you should be prepared in case it happens.
Okay.
There's no telling when and where you could fall, but it's got to happen to someone, right? Somebody today is going to fall off a building. I don't know
no.
where. But if you find yourself falling off a mega high building, here's what you should do. Here's what you should do to survive. This is from the video. Okay, here we go. And then there was an article to go along with it from quote unquote experts. Here we go. What's on this?
If you fall off a skyscraper, there are a few things you can do to increase.
Oh, by the way, and there's a cartoon to go along with the video if you want to.
Yeah, there's like these weird old 90s graphic cartoons.
Yeah.
If you fall off a skyscraper, there are a few things you can do to increase your chances of survival. First, relax your body by moving your arms and legs to keep them loose.
Okay, so you got that. First off, when you're falling off a building, relax your body.
Yeah, look like a bird that's just chilling, bro.
Okay.
Relax every part of your body to ensure that you could inflict as little damage to your body as possible. Now,
Isn't that what they say you're supposed to do in the split second right before a car accident?
Well, no, that's why they say that
Drunk people always
drunk
survive?
people are always surviving because they're so
Because they're
drunk.
just ragdolled.
Yeah, they're relaxed. So according to a physical therapist that I read that was quoted in this article, you need to make sure you aren't holding yourself stiff. Do your best to relax your body so that when you hit the ground, your body is more easily able to take the impact. Stay aware of your body. Moving your arms and legs to make sure they aren't locked. Okay, get that?
Okay.
So when you're falling off a mega high building, stay loose.
Stay loose, blood.
Stay loose.
I'm going to assume I'm flailing my arms and legs.
I'm also going to assume I'm going to tense up at some point.
Relax.
I mean, you can't expect yourself to survive, so you just have to
If
give it
there's-
to God,
But you're still
y'all.
trying.
But you're still trying.
I'm trying,
I mean,
for sure.
I'm still trying to the end.
How do I
think
do this?
I'm
How do I
just
do this?
amazed that I'm going. I'm like, this is it.
I'm still trying to the very end.
I've thought consciously about the elevator thing. This is just like the elevator thing.
Stay
You know,
loose, baby.
People are like, you want to jump at the end. No, you don't. You want to lay down flat. So everything doesn't hit
You want to lay down flat?
on this
Now jump to the back.
1 by 1 square foot of weight impact. You know what I'm saying? If you're standing and the elevator falls and you hit the floor, that's like much worse than laying down,
Yeah, I've
right?
always heard that.
Because you're spreading out. It's like snowshoes.
Yeah, spread out your weight. You distribute your weight.
The impact, yeah, right.
All right, here's step
That's what they
two.
say.
Step 2, if you fall off a skyscraper.
Then aim to land on something that can break your fall, like a tree, instead of the concrete. If
Yeah.
possible, position yourself to land on your feet.
Okay, that's step 3.
I'd rather be
Land on a
impaled.
tree. Yeah, I was gonna say you're stabbed in the abdomen now
I'd
by a
rather be
branch.
impaled than flattened. Wait,
Position yourself to land on your feet.
yeah.
Well, we'll get to that part.
Like a cat?
Clearly, they didn't see Midsummer.
Oh no.
So if you aim to land on something that can break your fall like a tree instead of the concrete, if you're falling next to a building or off a cliff in the wilderness, do your best to break your fall into segments by like hitting a ledge, a lower cliff, a tree, another object. That'll break the momentum of your fall and divide it into several shorter falls, which gives you a much better chance of surviving.
I don't like any of this. I say do a couple of somersaults, kiss your ass goodbye. You're done. I don't want to be hitting myself on a ledge with a gargoyle and then now I'm impaled by a cypress. I'm just dead.
No, if you're close
Bye.
to the building, just try to push yourself towards the building and maybe hit it a couple times.
It's terrible. Let your last final breaths be that of peace,
Try to
not
s-
of this.
Try to spread your legs and bounce your testicles off flagpoles on the way down.
Right.
Concrete. If possible, position yourself to land on your feet to distribute the shock through your legs, but try to roll upon impact to reduce injury.
There you go.
Parkour.
They say nothing about sugar glider, you know?
If possible,
Web out.
position yourself to land on your feet to distribute the shock through your legs, but try to roll upon impact to reduce injury.
Tuck and roll, dude.
It might sound uber painful, but it could save your life. The expert in the simulation shared that this was a major step in boosting your survival. And the expert says no matter what height you fall from, you should always try to land on your feet. Landing feet first concentrates the impact force on a small area, allowing your feet and legs to absorb the worst of the blow. She said that if you're in another position, you need to right yourself before you hit the ground. But thankfully, it's instinctive to be in this position when we fall. To do this, you should keep your feet and legs tightly together so that both your feet hit the ground at the same time. Land on the balls of your feet. Point your toes slightly down before impact so that you will land on the balls of your feet. This will allow your lower body to more effectively absorb the impact. You're dead.
And then tuck and roll.
You're done. And then tuck and roll.
To just imagine falling off a skyscraper and landing on your feet, and just your
Bones.
shin bones are coming out your shoulders.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, it worked, guys. And you have to walk. You have to grab the bones above your shoulders and like turn yourself into a puppet.
Oh, he forgot to roll. That's why he died.
Oh, I didn't roll, dude.
Yeah, he fell off the 50th floor of the skyscraper in New York City. He forgot to roll.
Quickly remove your pants. Tie them off at the end. Fill them with air.
Yeah, yeah.
And just glide to your safety.
Make a little Levi's parachute that'll slow your fall by 1/2 mile per hour.
On the survival website, on the survival website, I was looking up, what to do in a falling elevator, and it says science says that the best chance you have is to lay directly on your back the moment that you feel the elevator falling. As you lay on your back, cover your face and your head, using your arms to protect it from any debris of falling materials that might land on you during the impact. When you're laying in this position, the impact of your fall isn't concentrated to one part of your body. Instead, the impact is spread throughout, making the impact a little less deadly.
This guy's got some very interesting videos, by the way.
It prevents your bones from crushing. I mean, you're going to die anyway.
You want to know what
liquefies your guts, but your bones will be intact.
Yeah, it does say you're going to suffer brain damage if you're going at a decent speed because your soft tissues are going to take a lot of damage.
Yeah, awesome. That sounds fun. I think that's just for easier cleanup.
Oh, to lay down?
I think just lay down. That way it won't liquefy your bones, and we can just drag your dead carcass out of there.
Instead of scraping you off the concrete.
Instead of you jumping in an elevator and then
now you're on the walls.
Your knees explode when it hits. That's a lot of cleanup for us.
I said, this guy's got some very interesting videos. It's Zach D. Film. So here's what to do if you're stuck in a water slide.
If you're stuck in a water slide that's filling up with water, most people think they should try to climb back up. But the slippery surface makes this nearly impossible.
By the way, watching the animation on this video is very creepy.
Yeah, I just watched one that's on there that says, can you bite through your own finger? Can you bite your own finger off?
Instead, focus on staying calm and try to create space for air by tilting your head back. If water keeps rising, use your hands to push yourself forward. If you can't move, brace yourself as the water fills the slide entirely. Once the pressure equalizes, you may be able to push forward and float to safety.
Is it David Lee Roth in the background?
If I'm stuck in a water slide with David Lee Roth, I ain't going anywhere.
That's right.
Do you think you can bite your finger off?
Do you think you can bite your finger off?
It is an interesting question. Now I know why the guy's got 16.5 million subscribers.
Which finger?
Any finger. Can you bite through flesh and bone on your own finger?
Are you saying, are you physically capable or mentally?
Both.
Is that one of his videos?
Yeah.
That's one of his videos. It's the top video. It's the top short.
I think about this all the time, that James Franco movie where he's held
28 days.
Yeah, 28 hours or whatever it was.
28 hours.
And how he's got to saw off
128 hours.
120 hours.
127.
He has to saw off his hand or whatever. Could I do it?
Well, the answer is it takes about 45 pounds of pressure to bite through a carrot. To bite through a bone, your finger and bone, it takes like 345 pounds of pressure. And you're not able to do that because the human jaw can generate about 160 pounds of pressure.
Yeah.
And it said if you were physically able to do it, your brain's pain response wouldn't let you do it anyway.
Oh, here's one. This guy fell on an air hose and inflated.
I'm sorry, what? What do
The
you mean
man fell onto an air hose, and the nozzle pierced his butt. Now, this was actually a high-pressure air hose, and it pumped air into his body at 100 psi.
This is an emergency room story.
Sure,
I
he
fell
fell
on an air hose.
Sure, buddy.
I slipped and fell, right?
Turn into a
100
blueberry.
psi. In minutes, the man swelled to twice his normal size. His coworkers rushed to stop the air supply, but he had already inflated like a balloon. The air had filled his abdomen, chest, and even his face. Paramedics tried to treat him, but the pressure pushed the IV out of his skin. The man deflated back to normal after 3 days and ended up living.
Even his face, horse poop. No way. That doesn't make any sense.
He farted out the air.
What are you saying? What? I'm out.
Where did the air go?
His face? We're not a balloon. It's not how it works.
I'm watching cartoons.
Yes, Willy Wonka
I don't know,
stuff
man.
going on.
That's what YouTube says.
This guy, one of the mean ghosts from Casper, because that's what it sounds like.
Right.
I believe it. All right, let's do this.
I think I could bite my finger off.
All right, Teamers, remember the day is brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Check out the all-new Hot Shots Limburg, your new home for sports in South County. Get all the info at hotshotsnet.com. Actually, we're going to have a couple of the girls from Hot Shots Limburg in the studio later to play a little game with us. From Wildwood, Missouri, Mark Canina Sr. is our Teamers member of the day. Look at his last name.
That's Canania. That's Mark from Eureka. We know Mark. He comes to all the events. We just did the
Canania. Oh, damn.
Mark's awesome.
Canania.
I said it wrong.
If you look at it one day, it does look like it's pronounced a different way.
Man.
It's Canania, right? Or Canania?
Whatever.
Canania.
Mark Wildwood.
Canania, let me go.
Oh, yes, Mark in Eureka, yes. Yes, he's known as Mark in Eureka on the phone.
Yeah.
All the time. Hi, Mark. Eureka Mark.
It's Mark in Eureka.
I didn't know your last name. Mark's been a fan of the Riz Show for many, many years, since the beginning. Huge inspiration for him for many years. Loves all the segments, plays all the games with us. Mark from Wildwood or Mark from Eureka? Congratulations. You're the Team Riz Member of the Day. Super sweet Team Riz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we'll take our first break in the morning. We'll come back. We'll do two things on the other side. Number one, we will send one freak ad through to the semifinals for the Freak of the Year. And crap on celebrities. Back to the program, phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ. Show your emails, RizShow at 1057thepoint.com. All right, we got the Friday Fail Stories coming up. We got Rafe's E-Memoriam on the way. We've got the Hot Shots girls coming in from the all-new location in South County on Limburg. We'll play a game with them. We'll do it kind of like match up with Moon style. We'll call it like, what? Hot Shots girls simpleton trivia?
Yeah, something like that, sure.
Something like that. It's like a hybrid, a match up with Moon with simpleton trivia. Also, Lauren's got to get her shots today.
Yeah.
You have 4 shots coming your way from losing the Pick'em Challenge last week.
I know. A lot of people wondering about that.
I'll be honest with you, I forgot.
Well, and I was
That's Rafe's
dodging.
job
I was the
to
draft
remind
dodger,
me.
dude.
But I reminded you. It's happening today.
Happening today.
Yep.
Today
We'll
she
get
goes to the wall.
Justice will be
get that
served.
done. Today, for the Face the Music competition, you're listening for
Foo Fighters.
the Foo Fighters. Of course, it's Lauren's week, and it ends with Foo Fighters. If you hear a Foo Fighters song, all weekend long, actually, not just from today now until midnight, but all weekend long. If you hear a Foo Fighters song, open up your Point mobile app, tap Lauren's face, chance to win $1,000 and a chance to come and co-host the show one morning. All right. With all that being said, time to get to work, guys. And it's time to send one ad to the Freak of the Year semifinals. So Lauren read 2 ads yesterday. One of the ads based on your votes will move on to the Freak of the Year semifinals. Was it Crawley Shore or was it Catherine Zeta-Jones? And the people have spoken. And ladies and gentlemen, with 54.5% of your vote, moving on to the Freak of the Year semifinals. Congratulations, Crawley Shore. Yeah.
Bugsy, man for woman, 41 years old, Ottawa. I want to bang while we're covered in creepy crawly bugs. You and me and thousands of 6-legged partners in the ultimate insect orgy. I started keeping ants in a farm in my room as a hobby when I was 9. I would take them out and play with them and enjoyed the ticklish feeling of the ants crawling on my legs and thighs. By 13 or 14, I had added snails and cockroaches to my collection and was becoming increasingly obsessed with it. I soon began punishing myself while the ants crawled on me. In my mid-teens, I would put honey on my willy and let the ants walk all up on me. By age 35, I was masturbating several times a week while roaches crawled on my thighs and testes, and snails crawled all over my nips and my willy. Sometimes I would hold a frog against my willy and get off just because of the squirming as it tried to escape.
Ribbit.
They've always felt disgusted by this habit, but derived no pleasure from normal sexual activities. My psychiatrist suggested that the paraphilia developed as an alternative outlet for my normal sexual expression became associated with the trauma of my mommy punishing me when she found out that I had this sexual fetish. Now that I understand my condition, I finally embraced it and want to find somebody else like me who will dive into a kiddie pool filled with ants, roaches, slugs, snails, centipedes, and any other insects. We will have sex while our bodies are enveloped by the sensation of thousands of little legs crawling and slithering all over our skin and into every crack, tickling and biting us as we have been making mad, passionate sex. I am open to reptiles like snakes, lizards, and frogs too, if you're into it.
All right, Crawley Shore. Moving on to the Freak of the Year semifinals, and we say goodbye to Catherine Zeta-Jones. What a run.
Wow.
What a run to the quarterfinals. This was the pimple popper, so we say goodbye to Catherine. And what does that mean, Moon? So next week, who do we got?
So next week is the final quarterfinal, and that will be Gene Even Wilder versus Robert Plant.
All right.
Gene Even Wilder versus Robert Plant. And then it's just two semifinals. Crawley Shore will then meet Java the Slut on the 21st.
Okay.
Thanksgiving weekend, or Thanksgiving week, I believe. Or no, is that? No, it's the week before, right?
21st?
Yeah. Can't remember.
When's Thanksgiving this year?
It's late. It's not the 21st.
Yeah, it is late, right? It's the 20.
It's like 29th or something. Yeah.
Okay,
Last
so
week.
Oh, it's
so the
28th,
week
yeah.
before. And then on December 5th, it is Flo Pesci versus the winner of Gene Even Wilder versus Robert Plant. And then we get to the final, and it's crazy time.
Man.
Buckle up.
It's been crazy time for this whole year. But thank you for all your votes. All right, today is November the 8th. Back in the day, 137 years ago in 1887, Wyatt Earp's friend Doc Holliday died of tuberculosis at a sanitarium in Glenwood Springs, Colorado. Doc was just 36. Doc once gave 8 to 5 odds that a bullet would kill him before the consumption did. 129 years ago, in 1895, Bavarian scientist Wilhelm Röntgen was conducting an electricity experiment when his machine overheated and started emitting rays. After a couple hours, Röntgen figured out what was going on. He used the device to take the first X-ray pictures. Sadly, he never patented his invention and never made a dime from it. 114 years ago in 1910, William H. Frost of Spokane, Washington, patented the insect zapper.
Like the one that hangs or the...
Yeah, the hanging one.
blue
Oh,
one?
interesting.
Yeah,
The blue one in
with
the cage?
With the purple light.
Yeah.
53 years ago, 1971, Led Zeppelin puts out their untitled fourth record, Led Zeppelin 4, featuring Stairway and Black Dog. 24 years ago, in the year 2000, Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas was released. 22 years ago, Eminem's 8 Mile came out. 14 years ago, 2010, Conan O'Brien returned to late-night TV with his TBS show Conan. And 13 years ago, in 2011, Heavy D collapsed and died at the age of 44. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, it's time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Cordell and Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Moon, I thought of you with this news that came out. So 3 people have been arrested and charged in connection with Liam Payne's death. Argentinian authorities have ruled out self-harm of any kind or foul play.
Why'd you think of him?
Well, because remember
Because I
when
was like, what? You sure this dude was chatting and smiling with his fans like 7 minutes before and then threw himself off a balcony?
Oh,
man.
okay.
Yeah, so there are people involved, but not necessarily in that way. So in Liam's fall from the hotel balcony in Buenos Aires back in October, they say that he was in a state or either semi or total unconsciousness at the time. One of the defendants was described as a friend who reportedly accompanied Payne on a daily basis during his stay. This person is charged with abandonment of a person followed by death. The other 2 people are charged with supplying Liam the drugs, and toxicology tests confirmed that Payne was under the influence for at least 3 days leading up to his fall. He had traces of alcohol, cocaine, and prescription antidepressants
He
in
was
his
on a
system.
bender.
He was.
He was on a bender. And
I just want to know, was it a fall? Because how do you fall?
Right. And how,
you're
especially
all
if
messed
you're
up.
unconscious, like total unconsciousness.
Yeah.
when you're all messed up, I mean, you think you're Superman, or you get down to a low, and you're depressed. I mean, he was having some. Remember, he was just dropped from his record label.
Sure.
He was having some things going on in his life that
Right.
Okay.
being on that amount of drugs
He's trying to handle it that
put
way.
you into such a state of, who knows what was going through his mind.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
Sad
kind of
story.
unfolding for sure.
Super sad.
Former and current Philadelphia Eagles stars Jason Kelce, Lane Johnson, and Jordan Maleta are reuniting to create their third Christmas album, a Philly special Christmas party, which is going to be released on November 22nd. The holiday album features Stevie Nicks, with whom Jason Kelce got to sing with. And so here's just a little taste of what that sounded like. Here's just the first little.
Jason Kelce and Stevie Nicks.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm nervous. I did not do my vocal warm-up. I can't even twirl my tongue like that. I can't even do that.
So we're going to give it one chance for harmony on the last verse.
This is my dream come true. I am glad we are turning this into a full-on recording session.
Maybe this Christmas.
So Jason shared the video of the two during the recording session for their duet. He was nearly moved to tears. He was so nervous. Who wouldn't be? I mean, it's Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, of course.
Here's just another little sample of how the song is going to sound.
She's a person, just like you
They're
and I.
just like us.
Maybe the star that's shone before will shine once more. There's the harmony.
You have no idea how cool that just was.
You gotta
He
lay some
loves
harmonies
it.
on something.
Get some, that's right. That's right. Well, I got to learn how to harmonize first.
You guys out there.
All right, go.
So if I sang a harmony right above you, would that be okay? Just to see how it sounds?
I'm very good with trying that. I will
I'll-
try to do this.
You just sing exactly what you're singing.
Okay.
How cute is that? I think I love Jason Kelce more than Travis. I think I do.
Ha.
John Bon Jovi and Pitbull have teamed up for a new song called Now or Never, featuring an iconic Bon Jovi classic. Here's a little sample of that.
So Pitbull and Bon Jovi.
Uh-huh, Mr. Worldwide
Okay.
and Mr. Jersey.
All right, stand by. Here we go.
With the iconic Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi.
So they just taking an old recording? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a remix, like a Pitbull remix or a
Remix.
sample or
Pew, pew, pew. Yep, it is.
And this is a release?
Yeah, it's called Now or Never.
okay.
If you're a diehard Kobe Keith fan, you obviously miss him. Jamie Johnson and Toby were in the midst of a writing session when he died of stomach cancer back in February, and unfortunately nothing was finished. But Jamie says, I don't know what happens with the songs now, but I know some time is probably going to go on by, and I might break them back out, revisit them later on. He suggested he could recruit some of Toby's friends to help him work on them, but right now they're still hurting, and it's probably not the time to just start doing that just yet. So, but Toby Keith, you could get a previously
More Toby
unreleased
Keith.
song. Guns N' Roses has joined once again the Spotify Billions Club, surpassing 1 billion streams with this song. So they have, this is their fourth song getting into the billions.
All
Can
right,
you name
so-
all four, Scott
Okay,
Rizzuto?
Sweet Child of Mine is already on there.
That is in there, yes.
Welcome to the
November
jungle.
Rain.
Welcome to the Jungle, yes. November Rain is the newest one.
Oh, it's the newest one.
It's
Okay.
the newest one. And what is the last?
Paradise City.
Paradise City.
Damn.
Very good.
I thought November Rain was already in there.
No,
Maybe
it
the
just
video.
did.
Maybe something with the video.
The video did, but Spotify hadn't streamed it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, congratulations, Guns N' Roses.
Brandon Boyd writes
Yeah,
on
they needed a win.
They did. You know?
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, man.
Brandon Boyd writes on Instagram that he doesn't want to speak too soon, but they are getting close to finishing a new Incubus album. I'm excited about this.
Cool.
The re-release of Morning View was so freaking good. Did you guys listen to that? They re-recorded all of it. It's so
I
good.
did not.
You know,
I
did
like that.
not.
crazy enough,
did not.
I was a huge, I'm still a huge Incubus fan. But Morning View was not for me. It was just ill-timed for me. For me, make
That's a good
yourself
record. That's
make
got,
yourself as flawless.
Yeah. I
That's
loved
got
it all.
Nice to Know You.
Yes.
Right, that's got
Wish You Were
Circles.
Here.
It's one of those that I need to get back into, and I think you were the one that was like, "That's your record, dude. You should listen to that." Record.
I can. Morning View is a summertime record for me. I go straight to the coast with it. I'm in Calabasas with those guys when I hear it, and you would think, okay, a re-release. You can tell Brandon Boyd is older. His voice just sounds different, but it's so freaking good.
That's good. It's a good record.
Nobody seems to be interested in buying Diddy's Beverly Hills mansion. According to TMZ, prospective buyers have shown zero interest since it went up for sale 2 months ago. Real estate sources say that only a few potential buyers have walked through the mansion and nobody wants it. Realtors say Diddy's asking price is ridiculous. It's nowhere near worth $61.5 million.
Plus, it's slippery in there,
61.
man.
Yeah,
Oh,
gotta clean up all that oil.
Baby oil room.
3 people have fallen on the open house.
Nobody wants your sex dungeon-filled house.
That's like the
Diddy,
haunted
sorry.
house argument we had. Like, you can get a good deal. You just got to know that, like, some real gross stuff happened in
Yeah.
here.
I want to see the baby oil room.
Just red
61
leather.
million. I mean,
61.
what the heck is the?
How many bedrooms?
What's the price?
Too many. Okay.
What's the price of the highest sold home?
Oh, ever?
Yeah,
Oh.
in this country.
Oh.
I mean, have you seen pictures of this thing? I mean, it's crazy town. It really is. But
The most expensive home ever sold in the U.S. was a penthouse on Manhattan's Billionaires Row, purchased by Ken Griffin, founder of Citadel, for $240 million in 2019.
oh my goodness,
Was that
Okay.
the tallest building that they built? Again, in New York, and
This was a penthouse.
yeah, at the very top of this.
And where
really
is this?
cool new building.
Where's Holmby Hills? Is this Miami?
Probably.
There was a Bel Air mansion, 440,000 square foot, sold for $195 million.
Fresh Prince lived there.
Beyonce
Oh.
and Jay-Z's estate is $200 million.
Do you know whose house this used to be?
Whose?
That Diddy bought it from? Gloria and Emilio Estefan.
Stefan.
Get on your feet, man.
Well, just in contrast, the Menendez murder house in Beverly Hills was recently sold. People wanted that one more than the sex
More than the
house.
Diddy house.
Yeah.
How much did that go for?
I don't have that right here.
But it was sold.
It was sold.
Dude, this house is crazy.
Don't you dare buy
looking.
it.
Whoa.
In TV news, Max is about ready to clean up the password sharing game, so everybody brace yourself. The streaming service recently said it will begin cracking down on all of our illegal password sharing. They said the process will begin with a very soft messaging to its users, and then it will continue into 2025.
Get more aggressive as time goes on.
And then a little gun will pop out of your TV somehow. So be careful out there. A Star Wars story is going to continue with a brand new trilogy. Lucasfilm is developing 3 upcoming Star Wars movies. The last trilogy ended in 2019 with The Rise of Skywalker.
So it's not going to be a Skywalker saga. It's going to be a whole new storyline.
Yes.
This is what, a movie?
It's got a new trilogy. Like a whole new Star Wars trilogy.
Who's in charge?
It's Simon Kinberg. So this is the guy who wrote and produced The Last Stand, X-Men First Class, like a bunch of different superhero
Hopefully it's in
movies.
good hands. But it's going to be a whole new, so it's not the Skywalker saga, not that storyline. It's a whole new,
Interesting.
a whole new world.
I'm in.
In movie news, Daniel Craig has clearly moved on from being James Bond. Here is a little audio of him talking with Variety.
If you were to pass the James Bond torch, who would you love to see play him?
I don't care. I mean,
Best answer ever.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I don't care.
Is that Daniel Craig?
It
Yeah.
is.
The more I see him speak, the more I like him.
I do too.
Because
God,
he really, like, I like that. I watched that Martha documentary, and the bitchier she got, the more I liked her. I was like, man,
what's up with that?
That's the best answer you could give.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I like it.
I don't think of Daniel Craig and go to Bond. I think of him in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo because he was so good in that. If you've not seen that, you have to.
Have you seen the original
Like the
with Noomi Rapace?
No,
It's remarkable.
is it really?
Oh,
Dude,
remarkable.
better.
Not
Better?
just
Because it's
good.
not
Than
all-
My Rooney
it's
Mara?
remarkable.
It's a better story. It's a better
Really?
it's a better version of the story.
Oh, dang.
Because it's not all Hollywood cutesy.
Yeah, but
Dark.
does Karen O and Nine Inch Nails team up for a Led Zeppelin cover
It's just
of
so much-
Immigrant Song?
It's just so much more real. Like yeah.
Guys, this could be the future of dating people. When they won't date you back, you just go to the sex doll store and you just custom order a person to be made in
In their
honor.
likeness.
Yeah, that's exactly what apparently Lamar Odom has done. He's getting back together with his ex, Khloe Kardashian, but she's not getting back together with him. He recently visited the Real Doll Factory in Vegas, and they make hyper-realistic
This
sex dolls.
is a crazy story. Did you see the pictures, Learn?
Yes.
No, I didn't see. I
Pull
saw
up
the
the photos,
story.
man, would you?
I saw the story, but the story's creepy.
It's
Dude, the
Very
pictures
appalling.
are creepier. For sure.
So he made no attempt to hide it. He even put pictures and video of this visit on his Instagram. Here's some audio of Lamar Odom.
One of the more popular ones.
oh, wow.
It's the body app. Biggest. What more can you ask for?
She's bad.
shaped like a woman. I can see her thigh.
Ooh, look at the butt. Look at the ankle.
Hey, yo, it's crazy because it looks like she got blood running through her veins right here. Am I bugging or am I going crazy? Look.
No, it's the detail that's
You see?
Imagine how much you'd love shopping for her, Lamar.
Yeah, no.
Bras and panties.
This will make me probably get into women's fashion, too.
Oh, it sure would.
So weird.
It's very creepy.
Yeah, man, it's very strange. He's going in there and he's like touching all the dolls and like
So he's
squeezing
going to
boobies.
buy one of these things, or
Allegedly
he bought one?
so.
No, yeah, and
He's customizing
he's
one.
customizing one to look like his ex-wife.
Oh my God! What is he going to do with it?
You know what he's going to do with it.
Oh, he's
Did she say something about taking
go
it
to
shopping?
the zoo.
Oh man!
What if it's very innocent? He's like, I just want to go to the zoo. What if he's like, is it creepier if he bangs the doll, or if he like we see Lamar Odom out at like Spago in L.A. with like a sex doll at a table?
That's
Like in the carpooling lane?
Yeah.
He full on told TMZ that he's customizing it after Chloe's curves and facial features.
Oh, so weird.
True love.
Has anybody ever touched one of those real dolls?
No.
No.
I watched a documentary one time about them getting made. It's
So
fascinating.
weird. When I worked at the radio station in New York, Howard Stern had one in the studio, like one of those, like a real doll.
What do they feel like?
It felt really creepy. It
The inside?
It was heavy. I mean, it was heavy like a person, and you could pose it. And no, I did not have sex with it.
Riz.
Hand to God.
Okay.
Not even like just for the story.
No.
What about
It was in his studio.
What does the genitalia look like?
Yeah, what about you know? what
Did it
about-
look realistic?
Yeah.
Did you
He did.
Look, what's
Took
happening
too long
in
to
there?
answer. He did.
Yeah, he just made eye
He did
contact
it.
with me. And
He-
Well, of course you're
that's
gonna
what
look
I'm
at it.
saying.
Look at it.
You're lying.
Don't feel
I'm
bad
gonna
about
look
that.
at it.
Hey, there's a real doll in the room. I am
No, he
taking a
didn't
look.
just look at it. He inspected.
Yeah, I mean,
He gave
I
it
would
the
as
old,
well. I don't feel
you
bad.
all
Check
would
the
too.
oil.
no,
Check the
I'm
oil.
very
with
curious.
this with the no.
Yes, you would.
No.
I'm curious, like
Yes,
in
you
the
would.
No, I
behind.
wouldn't.
You wouldn't honk her boobies?
No, I
Yes,
think,
you would.
No, I think I.
Yeah, he would.
I would squish because I'd be like, do they feel lifelike? I'm like, what
Yeah.
is all this?
I would motorboat for just
I
for
did not.
continuity.
No, I did not motorboat. I didn't. That was
You just
on the
were-
Howard Stern show. Okay.
Yeah,
You
who
know
knows
what
where
kind of
that's
people-
been. I wouldn't have touched that at all.
Touch that.
Didn't it
Yeah,
end up in a
Baba Booey.
dumpster at one
touched it.
point? I remember listening to the show back then.
This was back in like 2001, 2002.
Picturing you
This is
alone in
20
the
years ago.
studio.
yeah, it
Fred
ended
took
up
it
in a
home every
dumpster.
weekend, probably.
It may have ended up in a dumpster at some point, but it was new.
that's a shame.
It was new when I was there. No, I did not have sex with it.
I did
swear.
not.
But I
And-
did touch it.
I didn't.
And finally, you guys, one of our dearest voices has been laid to rest. Rest in peace to Elwood Edwards, who passed away on Tuesday, just one day shy of his 75th birthday. This was the man who gave us You've Got Mail,
Not the movie, but
the
the
voice?
actual
the actual voice
You've
from
Got
AOL.
Mail.
voice of the You Got Mail.
Elwood Edwards. What a name. I love it.
Yeah, I do have the. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. The old,
You've Got Mail.
You've got mail.
You've got mail.
that guy.
Rest in peace, pal.
He became an Uber driver. Did you see that?
Oh, he did.
He became an Uber driver. I don't know how much money he made.
You've
being
got
that
rides.
voice.
You've arrived at your destination.
But back in 2016, a woman posted a video where she found out the driver was the guy.
This is my Uber driver, and he just told me something very special, that he's the voice behind.
Welcome. You've got mail.
No way! Do it again, do it again.
Welcome. You've got mail.
Do it again. Do it again.
What am I, a clown?
Yeah. And that is your...
Which means he
for your
probably.
amusement?
Which means he probably did that for every writer. Hey, how you doing? Would you like a water? Did you know I'm the You've Got Mail guy?
So beginning in 1993, AOL was a dial-up service, to surf the internet and get email. But to get people hooked on their free trial software, they mailed out millions of CDs that offered hundreds of, quote, free hours. What a wild time.
I remember.
Oh,
And
you
many-
going to the airport? Did you know I'm the You've Got Mail guy?
And many people didn't understand how it would infiltrate their new computer. When hours ran out, they had to pay.
Yes.
When they got email, they heard Elwood.
You've got mail.
That's another one of those things that we just accepted and didn't question at all. It's a CD that you got mailed that gave you apparently hours worth of internet through dial-up. How did that freaking work, man?
Well, here's a stat. In 1998, 50% of the CDs produced worldwide had an AOL logo on it.
Huh.
They were logging in new subscribers at the rate of 1 every 6 seconds.
Holy
Verizon bought AOL in 2015 for $4.4 billion.
Amazing.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's your crap.
Celebrity celebrating her birthday today, Lauren Elena. Biggest hit was Road Less Traveled. She was once Scotty McCreery's runner-up on American Idol. She's now a Grand Ole Opry member. She's 30. Jack Osborne, Ozzy's son and traveling companion, is 39. Dania Ramirez, Captain Batista on Alert Missing Persons Unit. Also in Sweet Tooth, Devious Maids, and X-Men The Last Stand is 45. Tara Reid is 49. Matthew Reese is 50.
Who's that?
Russian spy Philip Jennings on The Americans. Gretchen Mol, that's Michelle on American Gigolo, and Jillian on Boardwalk Empire is 52. Tech Nine, the American rapper whose real name is Aaron Yates, is 53. Parker Posey is 56. Courtney Thorne Smith, that's Jim Belushi's wife on According to Jim. Also, Georgia and Ally McBeal is 57. Gordon Ramsay, the foul-mouthed Hell's Kitchen and Kitchen Nightmares chef, is 58. Leif Garrett is 63. And Bonnie Raitt, Something to Talk About, I Can't Make You Love Me, and Have a Heart, is 75 years old today.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Lily Ty. That's right, Lily Ty. Today's birthday girls will win 216 fine films, including The Asian Cheerleader Cavity Search. Okay. Assume the Position 1, Dippin' Chocolate 6, Eager Beaver 7, in a movie called Fire in the Hole, Gonzo Man 2, The Lesbians of Sorority Row, Sinful Asians 4, not Niagara Falls, but Viagra Falls 2, and Who Can Forget a Role in 2007's Whitewater Shafting. Lily Ty is 44 years old. It's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a quick break on this Friday. We'll come back with Rafe Williams and this week's E-Memoriam.
My buddy. Happy birthday, Riz.
All right, so what if I told you get a brand new house for $60,000?
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
$60,000 for a night. I mean, it's nice.
What's wrong with it?
The next part is important.
Okay.
Louis Vuitton is now selling designer dog houses for $60,000. So they're dog houses. $60,000.
I'd get one for Mr. Gray.
The whole thing is covered in the tan and brown Louis Vuitton pattern they use on their purses.
Yeah.
It's technically a kennel, so an indoor doghouse, but if you left it outside, you'd ruin the cowhide leather trim and monogram coated canvas. It also comes with gold-toned hardware, a removable door, a hidden hatch on the bottom for easy cleaning. So when your dog craps in their $60,000 house, your housekeeping staff could easily clean it up. Oh, it's part of their new pet line. So Louis Vuitton's got a new pet line, which also includes a $2,200 dog bowl, a $2,300 pet flask, to carry their water around in, and a $470 poop bag holder. For those who have too much. A $60,000 doghouse.
It's not even that big.
No, it's tiny.
It's itty bitty.
You got some dork dogs in it, too.
Yeah, and it doesn't even look like it's constructed well. It's not very insulated, and it looks hard. Like there's no softness to it.
Yeah,
No
Well, it's an indoor kennel.
This is a suitcase. See it? I mean, it's even put together like a suitcase.
Right.
Well, I said you're not supposed
Ugly.
to have it outside. It's inside.
Well, I'm just saying, even like the what do you call these? Like the
rivets?
the seams. Yeah, the seams and the little corner pieces. This is straight off of some flight bag. This is not real.
It's real.
Well, no, it's not. No, I mean, like they probably made one and then they put this absurd price tag on it so they can get some heat.
Somebody's going to buy it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Just to have it. It's one of those things like you make a one-off just so you sell one.
I mean,
get the
that
headlines
whole
and get the
Louis
one.
Vuitton culture is strange.
Never was into it.
I got my wife a Louis Vuitton bag once.
She
never used it.
Okay.
Well, that's because it's like an investment piece or something, right?
It's a bag that came with a bag. You keep the bag in the bag.
Bag.
Put the bag in the bag.
I remember we were dating, and I spent every dime I had.
That's sweet.
Every dime I had to get one of those stupid bags. Never uses it. She's like, oh, we could pass this to our daughter, so she could also never use it. It sits in a closet somewhere.
Sell it. Resale value is probably good.
At the time, I think it was like $700, $800. I mean, I was
balling.
Well, no, I wasn't balling. That was the thing.
But your wife's really into fashion and lived for that, I'm sure.
At the time, yeah. Well, at the time, it was very insta. It was what do they call it? Doctor bag?
So New York, dude.
Doctor bag? Like a weekender?
No.
Was it a big bag or a small bag?
It was like a medium-sized
One
bag.
of those it looks like a bowling ball bag.
I know.
Kinda.
Darn near.
Oh, I don't know what the hell that's
You know what I'm
called.
saying? With the seam top.
Yeah, but they all have those, I think.
Right, but it's the handles, the brown handles, right? That look like it. I mean, you could put a bowling ball in there probably.
I think they call it like a. It's shaped like a doctor, like
yeah,
a
like those
doctor
old,
making a house
those
call.
old doctor house call bags. Doctor bag, Louis.
I just remember being a young dirt ball walking into that Louis Vuitton store on Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, dude.
Like this kind of stuff.
That's
right?
it.
Did you get the $680 one or the $5,000 one?
No, it was $680.
When I was in college, my friend wanted to go to Plaza Frontenac to check out. I think we're going to the Tiffany store for I bought one of my girlfriends nothing, probably the cheapest thing at the Tiffany store, but like was like sterling silver or something like that, and she wanted it. And I went after class. I think I had on like track pants. I looked like a college kid.
Right.
And dude, security. I went to the Louis Vuitton. We went to the Louis Vuitton store, and they looked at us like we were just the biggest pieces of trash.
That's what I felt like when I walked in that Louis Vuitton store.
There was an ID holder where the Louis Vuitton logo that you're talking about was probably like 2 millimeters thick. That was it. It was just a clear plastic sheet, and it was like $800.
What is happening
I'm
here?
like, we got to go. I don't even want to accidentally like touch something in here.
I've never been in that mall. Never.
You've never been in Plaza Frontenac?
Never been inside.
Oh, it's a must.
I saw Jim Edmonds in Tiffany's, sad as hell. Like whoever his wife was then was picking out jewelry, and he was just like, this is like peak Jim Edmonds. Center field for the Cardinals. Just
Like he
won the
must have
World
done
Series.
something wrong, and she's there picking out.
Dude, he was just
jewelry.
staring at the floor like the saddest guy on the planet, and I was like,
So
man.
tan.
I saw him at Six Flags once, and he looked very happy.
He did not look happy at all this day.
He must have done something wrong, and she was there to pick out something.
It must have been. I'm just like, damn, man, if Jim Edmonds' life is that miserable as their hope. This guy's like the center fielder for the World Series team that won last year, and he was just like sitting in the corner looking like Eeyore.
She must have done something wrong, so they got to go to Six Flags.
Yeah. Was he happy?
Dude, it's very happy.
Oh,
I can't imagine
Ozzy.
seeing. You saw Ozzy?
Yeah,
at Six
I meant
Flags?
to tell you guys, this week I saw Ozzy Smith in the middle of an aisle at Schnucks in an adorable little hat on.
Which Schnucks?
The Chesterfield Schnucks
Did you
on
talk to him?
Clarkson. Yeah, I said hi. I checked out behind him. I saw him in the snack aisle, like the chip aisle. And I was like, look at this cute man with this hat.
Did he turn around and tell you to vote yes on sports betting?
No.
On Amendment 2.
Didn't do a backflip with a bag of Cheetos paws.
Vote yes on Amendment 2. Do a backflip, Ozzy. And I will.
But it was awesome. I'm like, they're just like us. And I was like, Ozzy. Because,
What
he
was in his shopping
surprised
cart?
us. Oh, you know what? He had a basket, and I was too overwhelmed by his cuteness with that hat on that I didn't even look in the basket, which is unlike me.
You know he had to have like chocolate covered pretzel flips. Everything was flip themed.
And his alcoholic beverages, yeah.
Flips.
It was great.
He was wearing flip flops. So he was so that's the second like big celebrity you've run into shopping.
I know, and it's all sports. So I saw
Joe
Joe
Buck.
Buck earlier with his family, and then
Now Ozzy.
Maybe you're
I'm
only
a famous person magnet.
Maybe there's even more, but you're
Living out
only
in famous
noticing
person
athletes
land.
because you love sports so much.
I know. I think I'm becoming a sports fan between what I got to do when you're off moon and
You didn't talk to him?
I just said hi to him. I don't be like, hey, remember me from the Riz show? Because I saw how terrible that went with Joe Buck. I was like, I will never bring up who I am ever again.
Yeah.
So
Ozzy's no Joe Buck.
I know.
Ozzy's
He
like
would've
Santa Claus.
remembered.
He'd remember you.
He looked
He'd
adorable.
probably take a little list out of his pocket and be like, yeah, I wrote you down on a list of people I love.
Or he would've-
You're right here.
As I start crying.
On the L.
Or he would have flipped you, the bird.
That's true.
Yeah.
He
You run that
looked
risk.
in a good mood. He was happy.
All right. Well,
Imagine
listen.
seeing Ozzy Smith mad. I can't even
Oh.
picture
No,
it.
can't even picture
it
either.
in my mind.
Nope.
I can't picture that man frowning.
He is a treasure.
I've seen it once.
When he hugged me in this room, dude, I felt like I felt like I got like a year of my childhood back. Like he just hugged me, and I got memories back that I didn't even know were in there.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him angry once, and it was what you would expect from an Ozzie Smith anger.
You guys,
He's still smiling.
Yeah, he just kind of politely smiled and got
hey
in his
man,
car.
not cool.
It was a guy harassing him. Like everybody was out like asking for autographs, and this dude was just going and going and going. He had already signed like multiple things, and he was like, "Okay, I think that's it." And he's like, "No!" And he started yelling at him, doing all this stuff, and you could see Ozzie's face go from pleasant to pleasant but angry.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Still maintaining the smile,
I gotta go, guys. I'm gonna
When
go ahead and get out of
Ozzie's
here.
mad, he does front flips. It's more aggressive. He turns into like the dude from Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Blanca.
when Ozzie did hug you when he was in here, I did notice like some kind of power transfer.
It did. It felt, man. It just felt like
It's electric.
It healed my inner child a little bit.
Yeah.
Ozzie just went to a therapist's office in St. Louis and just hugged everyone on the way out. I'm telling you, some
St. Louis would be
way
a lot
more
happier.
breakthroughs. Therapists would be like, we're shattering breakthroughs in therapy right now.
Well, that's a good celebrity sighting.
It was cool.
That's a good one.
Very cool.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Rafe Williams and this week's E-Memoriam.
Yeah, the E-Memoriam brought to you by the Inskip Law Firm. Your future, our priority. Check out Inskip Law Firm at inskiplaw.com. For those of you that don't know, the E-Memoriam is like the Oscars E-Memoriam, where we say goodbye to people we lost this week. If you're just joining the show and you're new to the show, it's usually people who emailed us some off-the-wall crap, or someone we made upset by a topic we discussed, or just someone who's completely crazy. And sometimes it's ourselves. We do live radio 20 hours a week. Things are said, mistakes are made. So without further ado, let's get started. First up, one listener who really wants us to believe he had sex at Lambert Airport baggage claim.
Oh, yeah, this guy.
During a convo about airport bathroom sex, Team Riz member Nick emailed us to say multiple times that he had sex and baggage claim at Lambert recently. He also claimed to do it in 3 planes, a plethora of boats, obviously a car, almost every color train in Chicago, and his most favorite one, surprisingly got to take his time and enjoy, was a Greyhound bus. Sure you did, bud. Sure you did. It was with a super hot chick that goes to a totally different school. Get your life together, you little deviant. Bye-bye. Next up, my stainless steel fridge. R.I.P. to my refrigerator after I mentioned yesterday I couldn't get some stains off of it, and I got so many home remedies for cleaning it, ranging from vinegar, Pledge, WD-40, my own pee, sage and holy water, hot sauce, and the blood of a firstborn child. Well, with all the money that I've spent now to clean my fridge, I could have just bought a new one. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye. Stains are still there.
Barkeeper's friend, man, I'm telling you. That's the stuff.
I'll add it to the list.
That's the stuff.
I just have to spend $3,000 in cleaning products. I can get my $1,500 fridge clean. Next up, Jessica Rabbit's right to bear all. Oh, sad day, guys. We gather here today to mourn the loss of an absolute legend in the world of animated assets. That's right, I'm talking about the one, the only Jessica Rabbit's chesticles. You heard me right. We found out that Disney wants to remake Roger Rabbit and throw a trench coat over Jessica to hide her voluptuous figure and her big old cartoon collarbone cannons, denying us the bounce that we've loved since 1988. Well, please, Eddie. How far have we gone to police what women, even animated women, are allowed to do with their own bodies? When did Toontown become Gilead? We're so deep into telling women what's appropriate for them, we're even doing it to the ones who were drawn to be confident and unapologetic. They put a church coat on her like she's the problem, not the over-sexualization we've been feeding through every aspect of pop culture. Remind me, this is the same company that's cool with princesses being kissed while they're unconscious and underage mermaids in seashell bras trading their literal voices for a dude only to get it back if he agrees to marry her. And now they got a problem with Jessica Rabbit's cleavage. God forbid a woman, animated or otherwise, embraces her sexuality with some corporation stepping in to be like, cover those mommy milkers up, sweetheart. The temptation for mama's leche might give somebody the wrong idea. Who? Pepe Le Pew? That guy's a sex offender.
It's true.
He's been trying to bang cats with paint spilled on him for years. That trench coat ain't going to deter him. Jessica Rabbit was an icon because she took the old trope of a sultry femme fatale and turned it on its head. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. She had agency, she had control, and she played the system that tried to pigeonhole her. Now they've stripped away All that under the guise of protecting her image when really they're just taking away her voice too. Meanwhile, we got male characters running around in loincloths, flexing like a Mr. Universe competition, and nobody bats an eye but Jessica Rabbit. Oh no, cover her up. She might make someone uncomfortable by existing in her own skin. Well, this isn't about decency, Disney. It's about control. It's the same old story. If a woman's confident, she must be put in her place, even if that place is under a giant cartoon trench coat. We'll miss the confidence you represented, but more than that, we'll miss the chance to show future generations that women don't have to be censored to be respected. F you, Disney. Bye-bye. Damn.
I love it.
But while we are talking about getting rid of some clothing, here's one that did need to go. Wrestling singlets, a.k.a. the Nut Crushers. Here's some that did need to go bye-bye. Today, we say farewell to the real relic of sportswear, the wrestling singlet. You know, that tight, unforgiving piece of spandex that just barely covered your nips and made every wrestler look like they were smuggling a sack of plums and praying to God they didn't sneeze mid-match. These things didn't just hug your body, they assaulted it. And they are being phased out in favor of more reasonable athletic attire, which is a good thing. I mean, who thought it was a good idea to squeeze a dude's family jewels and do a fabric vice grip and then throw him into a suplex? You're out there trying to pin another guy with his nuts in your face, your nuts in his face, while simultaneously praying your testicles don't pop out like the world's saddest piñata. Adios, singlets. Bye-bye. While we're on the subject of sports, guys, one guy who hates my sports report.
Oh, no.
Yeah, can't have fun anymore. Somebody ain't going to like it. Mike S. sent an email, and I quote, Rafe's sports report is effing trash. Love Rafe, but his sports report and voice during it might be the most annoying thing since, you guessed it, Rafe's first time doing the sports report. Cheers, sent from, you guessed it, my iPhone. Well, I responded to Mike S., and he didn't answer me, so I'm just going to read the email on the air. Hey, man, eat a big old bag of, you guessed it, fat, sweaty dongs. Hey, don't think anyone is tuning into our show for an in-depth sports report in the 4-minute segment we do each week. We're just trying to have some fun and shake things up. It's not like I do it every day, and I think you'll survive it and be fine. And if not, you guessed it, I don't give a fudge.
Woo!
Love you, the Schwami. Bye-bye. Wah! Uh-oh.
Oh, I could have done that with this.
Uh-oh. Here we go, baby. This just in, we interrupt this E-Memoriam for a very special, super important sports report. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Boo, hoo, hoo, wham. Rafe the Retaliator Williams here, folks, and I have a special honor to bestow today. A true standout in the world of whining. This week's champion of the Crybaby Bitch of the Week award goes to Mike S., who just can't handle the sports report. What's the matter, big baby? Too much excitement in the play-by-play? Did I make your precious ears hurt with all the Knicks names and high-energy recaps? Boo-hoo, Mikey boy. I'm sorry, wham-bam, little man. There's a little too much for your delicate sensibilities. Maybe you'd prefer the golf whisperer version of the sports commentary, softly describing every moment like you're watching paint dry on a Sunday. Never gonna happen, bitch! I get it. You must be a huge fan of watching grass grow, but here at the Sports Report, we like sports like Mike S. enjoys strangers' testicles at highway rest stops. Loud, fast, and in his face. Just like... So congratulations, pal. You've earned it the Crybaby Bitch of the Week award. Boom. And with that, we'll see you next time if you're not too busy writing angry letters and missing out on all the fun. Next up. Everyone's Thanksgiving. You know why. Moving on. Okay. Bye-bye.
Turkey prices.
They're so high right
Turkey
now.
prices are through the roof. There will be nothing else that's going to make your Thanksgiving a living hell this year.
Okay.
Take a sip of water.
And finally, this is a hard one. This is a final one, guys. We got to say goodbye to Peanut and Fred.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you that don't know, thanks to a Texas woman named Monica Kiesler, narking a couple in New York City out, We lost the cutest duo in Instagram history. Peanut the baby squirrel in an itty-bitty 10-gallon cowboy hat. And Freddie the raccoon who loved drinking Dunkin' Donut lattes and eating donut holes. One of the cutest things I've ever seen with his little people hands just shoveling donut holes in with foam all over his little whiskers. They were taken by a police raid and euthanized, robbing the world of absolute adorability. Just some lady 15 states away had to ruin somebody else's good time.
I mean, the fact that Peanut wore a little cowboy hat.
Oh,
So cute.
Man, it just breaks my heart.
Even researching this story, I got so sad last night. Dude. So sad. I ate 12 cannolis just to fill the hole in my soul. But I did reach out to Boys to Men, who are close personal friends of mine. And Wanye owed me a favor. Whose real name I'm pretty sure is Wayne, but he just changed it to be cool.
Yeah.
And they wrote me some new lyrics to one of their tried and true classics. So to say goodbye to Peanut and Fred, I bring the music down and we'll do an a cappella version.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. How do I say goodbye to what we had? A squirrel in a tiny head.
Tiny head.
With a raccoon friend. Imagine that. Thought Peanut and Fred would see forever. But some bitch in Texas took you both away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Bye-bye, Peanut and Fred. Bye-bye. Yeah, gotta go, guys. Boys to Men sounded better than ever. And now on to the real RIPs. We lost Quincy Jones, music magnate, one of the most influential people in pop music, maybe in the last century, maybe ever in history. I believe he was 91 years old. Congratulations, Quincy Jones, for making it that far. Condolences to his family. And we just found out we lost Elwood Edwards. So Jesus in heaven, you've got mail. And that concludes this week's E-Memoriam, brought to you by the Inskip Law Firm. Have a good day.
All right, thank you. Rafe Williams, everybody. And this week's E-Memoriam.
Bye-bye.
All right, maybe let's cleanse our palates and play a Foo Fighter song.
Let's do it.
So now, you guys should get out your phones, open them up, click that Point Mobile app. You'll see Learn's smiling face on there. Click her face, chance to win $1,000, and your chance to co-host the morning show. Enjoy.
The Rizzuto Show.
All right, folks, time for your Friday Fail Story. Yes! All these people thought they had the perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, that perfect plan went completely, sideways, and it became an Uber. An ultra, dare I say it?
Don't you dare.
Mega. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it loud and proud.
Fail.
All right, guys. Well done.
Sounded great, boss.
All right, Friday Fail Story, sponsored by
Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
Listen, everyone has a different way of processing the election. But stealing from women, not cool. 27-year-old guy in Florida arrested at 2:44 a.m. on Wednesday when Trump was emerging as the winner. He'd gone to a gentleman's club, got a lap dance, and then refused to pay the $40 fee. What a classy gentleman. He tried to leave, but the manager called the cops, had him arrested. I don't know if he was celebrating Election Day, distracting himself from the result, or just doing Florida things. But the man was charged with misdemeanor petty theft, booked into the county jail, and then released after posting, coincidentally, a $40 bond.
Failed.
That part I'd be at the end there. Chicago man arrested at O'Hare Airport after flying in from California with more than 40 pounds of weed in his luggage last Saturday. The Sacramento Sheriff's Department sent Chicago police photos of 26-year-old Rashad Barnes and 2 suitcases full of weed. He was on United Flight 2207 from Sacramento to Chicago with 41 heat-sealed packages of a crushed green leafy substance. The package weighed 18,614 grams, or about 41 pounds, had a street value of $269,000.
Oh, my.
Jeez, dude.
Officers met Rashad at the baggage claim. Baggage claim 3, if you want to be specific. After he grabbed his bags, he was detained, asked what was inside. He told officers the bags, which had his name on them, had a little weed inside. He was arrested, charged with intent to manufacture or deliver 5,000 plus grams of cannabis. He'll be in court in September.
Fail.
$269,000 worth of weed.
This is oregano.
Damn.
It's insane.
Speaking of smuggling, a woman from China pleaded guilty to attempting to smuggle 29 eastern box turtles, a protected species, across a Vermont lake into Canada via kayak. 41-year-old Wan Yi Ning was arrested in the morning of we just hear about the story now, June 28th at an Airbnb as she was about to get into an inflatable kayak with a duffel bag on Lake Wallace. Agents had been notified by Royal Canadian Mounted Police that 2 other people, including a man who is believed to be her husband, had started to paddle an inflatable watercraft from the Canadian side of the lake towards the U.S. The agents searched her heavy duffel bag and found 29 live eastern box turtles, individually wrapped in socks. Eastern box turtles are known to be sold on the Chinese black market for $1,000 each.
Woo-wee.
Her cell phone was seized, and a search by law enforcement found communication showing that she tried to smuggle the turtles into Canada so they could eventually be sold for profit in Hong Kong.
They're known to snuggle into socks as well.
Eastern box turtles, are those just regular turtles? Like, I don't know what makes those turtles special.
I don't know. The ones that we found around here is some type of box.
They look like just a regular turtle in your brain, what you're thinking.
But she pleaded guilty to one count of unlawfully attempting to export and send 29 eastern box turtles out of the U.S. She'll be sentenced in December.
Yeah, it's weird. As if these guys aren't kind of everywhere. Like, I mean...
Yeah, $1,000 each.
This is the one that we're seeing in the roads, right?
Fail.
Yeah.
That's looking like potatoes crossing the road.
Little yellow and black potatoes.
Now, it's bad enough to assault a police officer, but somehow it seems even worse to attack a police animal, right?
Yeah.
A man from Florida, Manuel Jones, was arrested for punching a Jacksonville Sheriff's Office horse after the Georgia-Florida game this past Saturday.
Oh, man, you can't be messing with no cop horses. We've seen half-baked.
Yeah.
That's right. Hey, girl, you hungry?
Butternuts. Buttercup.
Butternuts. Butterstuff.
The officers were trying to maintain order after the game when Emmanuel reportedly walked up and punched the horse in the face. Unclear why.
What a total douchebag.
3 officers grabbed Emmanuel as he was still, quote, shadowboxing and swinging his arms around.
Well, to be fair, the horse did not respond when he said, "Why the long face?"
Oh, stop it.
Get the hell out of here.
One of the officers hit him in the face, and he was forced to the ground and cuffed, charged with causing harm to a police animal, disorderly intoxication, endangering others, and resisting arrest. They did not mention the condition of the horse, so I'm assuming it's okay. That horse can take a punch.
Failed.
A 37-year-old woman from Alabama arrested after reports that she attacked her sister at a motel. Was she drunk?
You betcha.
You bet. Now, why is this a story? Because she's got a funny name. Her name is Charity Sunshine.
Charity Sunshine.
Oh, man.
Charity Sunshine.
Pleased to meet you.
Charged with battery, public drunkenness, and disorderly conduct.
Her middle name is Violence.
Failed.
Charity Violence Sunshine.
Charity Sunshine.
At your service.
Every now and then, you have to appreciate a truly ridiculous crime scene, and this definitely qualifies. Somebody, quote-unquote, borrowed a neon green Cybertruck on the car-sharing app Turo and crashed it while chasing down a porch pirate who had stolen a package from their property. There are not any details on the crash, but there is video of it from the Cybertruck, which seems to show the driver forcing the supposed thief off the road and then ramming them into a nearby tree.
Oh.
And the footage was posted by the owner of the Cybertruck, who also shared an image of the damage. Cybertrucks have a reputation for being difficult to repair, so he'll be seeing how good Turo's insurance system works. The owner says he handed over the footage and the information to the renter on the renter to the cops, but it's unclear if anybody was arrested and what the charges were. And by the way, this all happened within a few seconds. Apparently, the Cybertruck driver was already on the road, and they knew to go after the thief because the neighborhood had an existing problem with porch pirates. I don't know what was in the package, but
Failed.
Here's a video. And this is a guy chasing him.
and forcing him off the road.
Yep. There he goes.
Pit maneuver
Bang
into
into
the
a tree, and then the Cybertruck into the back of his car. And that is totaled.
Why would you get as if a Cybertruck is not weird looking enough to get in a neon green?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't think it comes in neon green. They had to spend money to get it wrapped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you spent money to do that.
Probably tired of stainless steel cleaner.
Yeah, like, little barkeeper's friend.
I'm like, no, can I be honest, though? That is like it is kind of a fantasy, right?
To do that to another car?
Like if you got in your just getting your packages, like these people just stealing packages willy-nilly with no recourse.
Right.
There is a secret little part of you that's like, man, it would be cool to like Dukes of Hazzard them right off the road.
Of course.
This guy,
100%.
I mean, I don't know if it was worth a Cybertruck.
Well, and
I bet it felt good in the moment.
Technically not his car.
That part sucks. Yeah, that part's not good.
Actually, maybe it's better.
Maybe, for him.
For him, for the guy that did the pit maneuver on the guy that stole the package, not his car.
You don't want to kill anybody.
No.
There's danger of that. But, man, I bet it felt good to, like...
Yeah, I mean,
say not today.
Had that
This
tree...
ends today.
Had that tree not ended the moment,
Yeah.
it'd have been up into a mailbox, into a house.
Yeah, into a house, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all those things are on the table. I'm just saying, I think if everyone was honest with themselves, if you ever had packages stolen, you've thought about this.
Yeah.
It's like I love those videos where they pack them with glitter.
Oh, me too, yeah.
That's illegal now. That sucks.
Yeah, we'll be starting to see those this time of year.
I think they made it illegal.
Yo, dude.
The glitter bombs?
Somebody sued,
Look at
yes.
this. Not only is it green, it fades into black and has green flame outlines.
Nice.
But these flames look like ferns or something, like something at Missouri Botanical Gardens.
I saw a cool, I think it was a Dodge Durango, and it had a red, like, flame up the top, like almost like the Greek fire, like
Slash?
a slash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked awesome.
Really?
It was a black Dodge Durango.
With
and
a
on the hood.
With one flame?
It looked
thing?
one flame, like the Greek fire this red stripe.
It wasn't a racing stripe of some sort?
No.
You're kidding.
No, it was awesome.
Dude,
It was right here on Olive.
These Durangos are sick. I'm driving one right now that's the RT or whatever.
It was that model, too.
Oh, dude.
I actually thought it was you
It
at
is so
first.
freaking cool. No,
Like, you got your own band logo on the
That's
hood
sweet.
of the car. It's pretty neat.
that would be cool, but no, not yet.
A young driver was arrested on a DWI charge overnight in College Station, Texas, after hitting a building. Now, according to a witness who spoke with police, the driver, 19-year-old Trenton Hurst, was driving when he hit a median, left the roadway, drove through landscaping in a parking lot, swiped the side of a building, came to stop near gas pumps at a 7-Eleven, charged with DWI. He told police he was at a party, drank 7 beers, 3 shots earlier in the evening, and still, he was the designated driver for the group of 5 in the car. This is his 3rd time in 3 months that he's been arrested on alcohol-related crimes. Arrested in September on a charge of minor possession of alcohol, and was arrested last month on a public intoxication charge. One of the passengers, a 19-year-old, was arrested for tampering with evidence after witnesses saw him throwing alcohol bottles from the car into a trash can at the gas station. He told police he did it because he was looking out for his buddy. None of the car's occupants had serious injuries, despite the vehicle being completely totaled.
Failed.
Now, I wonder if they even bothered to make this guy change clothes when they booked him. A man in Northern California was arrested on Halloween while dressed as a prisoner. His costume was an orange jumpsuit with Department of Corrections written on the back. Highway Patrol clocked him doing 90. Pulled him over near Haywood, California. That's between San Francisco and San Jose.
Hey, man, that's just commitment to the art. You know what I mean?
He apparently had a couple too many because they arrested him for DWI. They posted a photo on socials of him being cuffed on the side of the road while still in
He's
costume.
like, man, I'm just playing the role, dude. I'm dressed like a criminal. I got to act like a criminal, you know? I'm method acting.
That's right.
It would be a good night to escape from jail.
Yeah, of all the nights.
Yeah,
blend in.
I was like, hey, you could walk freely for a while.
It's the Creed Bratton moment when he shows up and he's like, "Phew, I had no idea it was a Halloween party." He's covered in blood.
It's Michael Myers.
In the comments, cops told people always plan a sober ride home. Don't let poor decisions, remember it was on Halloween, haunt you.
Whoa.
Failed.
Is that a MoDOT sign joke?
And finally, they got some good material, those MoDOT people.
Yeah, some of them are pretty good.
Some of them are good.
It's all written by dads.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, we've seen a million stories where criminals get caught because they did something small, like, roll through a stop sign. Here's the public transit version. A suspected drug dealer on Staten Island got caught because he got on a bus and didn't pay the bus fare. An MTA official saw him do it as he boarded a bus at 2 o'clock in the afternoon back on October 25th. It would normally just take a ticket, no big deal. I'm sorry, normally just be a ticket for riding the bus without paying. But an NYPD bus enforcement unit joined in. They found 52 bags of drugs on him.
Whoa.
40 of the bags had cocaine in them. The other 12 had heroin.
Dude.
His name is Noah Steidel. He's 40 years old, not his first rodeo. He did 5 years for drug and weapons charges and just got paroled in February.
What's the Rizzuto show rule, man?
Just be cool, man. Just follow
be
the
cool.
rules.
Don't raise any red flags. Don't draw attention to yourself.
You have 52 bags of drugs on you?
You jumped the turnstile?
Yeah. You moron.
Man, you don't have money for a Metro card?
He had a lot of drugs on him.
That's what I'm saying.
He's now facing fresh charges for criminal possession of a controlled substance, criminal possession with intent to sell, and theft of services for not paying his bus fare.
Failed.
And those are your Friday fail stories. We got a lot of food in here, guys.
Yes.
First off, I want to welcome Mr. Justin Boyd from Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. Mr. Jay Boyd.
Riz, good morning. Good morning, Riz Show
Good
Universe.
to see you, man.
It's great to see you. It's great to be here on a Friday and start our weekend with you all.
And we've got Paige and we've got Leah here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, everybody.
You guys ready to play a game?
Maybe. Yes.
Oh, it's going to be fun. But first, we're here to celebrate a brand new Hot Shots location.
Riz, I bring news of a new Hot Shots to you and your fine audience on this Friday. Okay? The new Hot Shots Limburg is
Hot
now
Shots
open
Limburg.
In South County. It opened
Limburg
up-
and where?
Limburg down in the Home Depot Plaza, right at all the way at the end of Limburg. Like
yeah,
at the
where
end of
where the
Limburg.
drag strip ends.
Correct. You remember back in the day when we were cruising
Yes.
Limburg with
Yeah.
our lowriders?
That
and
was
things of
that was the
nature?
cruise spin.
We had our kickers, bumping up and down Limburg.
Yeah, that
Well,
was the turnaround.
right around that area.
You got new subs.
Yeah, 100%. Rafe,
yeah,
you know what's up.
So 7575 Limburg.
Yeah, 7575 South Limburg. It's really exciting, man. It's 10,000 square feet, brand new, non-smoking location, obviously, a bunch of amenities, pool tables, dartboards, just a really beautiful space, and quite honestly, more TVs than we've put in pretty much any Hot Shots
Nice.
ever. So it's a great viewing environment for blues games, football games, all those sorts of things.
So I remember the old Hot Shot South County.
Sure.
We had a lot of memories created there.
Did we? We
And
had to
now-
scrape those off the walls. Riz.
Now we're ready to make new memories.
Correct. We did have a lot of great times at the old
We
South
did.
County Hot
That was
Shots.
right by Audio Express, wasn't it?
Sure. And
Yeah.
there was a lot of nefarious activities that happened there with the Rizzuto show.
Yeah, we did everything from bikini contest there to the eclipse viewing.
Oh, yeah, we watched the
If you
eclipse
remember,
there. That's right.
we had a very magical moment out in the parking lot.
Was that
there.
the 2017 eclipse?
Yeah, it was
I got married there.
two ago.
Yeah. Rafe got married there.
At the South County Hot Shots, right there
I
next
got
to
married to pizza.
Right there next to the
Crazy.
cigarette
I
machine.
was drunk as hell. It was
Nice.
fun.
You can get Misty 125s and you can get hitched at the same time.
That's right.
You know, which is nice.
So the new Hot Shots Limburg is open, 7575 Limburg Boulevard, 6 brand new pool tables, a dedicated pool area, darts for all.
Sure, Riz. I know you're a big dart thrower. I don't know if you're a steel tip guy or a soft tip guy.
Yeah, I'm a soft tip guy. You
Depends
know
on the
that.
tip.
You know that.
But it just turned out so fantastic, and I really we came here this morning. We brought Leah and Paige. They're our fine bartenders that work at Hot Shots Limburg, who will be there today for lunch. We wanted to bring them down. It's just in a really exciting time. It's been a long time since we opened a location in St. Louis and around St. Louis. So this is like a really cool spot, and I really think you guys are going to dig it. I know we're going to do an event with you out there later in the month. So it's just a really cool space, something different, something new, something exciting in South County. And if you're looking for somewhere to go tonight or this weekend, check out college football or the Blues game or NFL on Sunday. This is the spot to go to.
That's
I promise
amazing.
you.
Congratulations, guys.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's always a labor of love, and it's a big deal. So I can't wait to see the new place.
We can't wait to have you out and christen it properly.
Yeah, we'll be out there. Is it the 22nd?
I think the 20, whatever. I think it's 2 weeks from today.
Okay.
It's that Friday night, and we're doing a little Blues Riz night.
That's right.
We're working on some special guests other than yourself, too, and some cool giveaways and kind of welcome Team Riz out. And I also think we're going to be planning a Team Riz event in December at the New Lindbergh as well.
You guys always take care of us.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a great time. So I highly recommend. Please come out, check it out, support Hot Shots. Your listeners have always been such a great, proponent of our business that we really appreciate, you guys and everybody who listens to you kind of supporting us, helping us get the word out. Come check out South County's newest hotspot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I also, before we get into our game, ladies, I want to shout out Vitali's Bakery. Have you been?
I have, of course.
Love it.
So the other day, Rafe, was it Monday or Tuesday?
I think Monday. No, Nay. Tuesday.
So Rafe went down to Vitali's.
Did I ever?
He sent me a picture, and he was like, "Hey, I'm here at the bakery," and I was like, "Oh man, I've been there. It's great. Everything's great there." I said, "Hey, can you get me some rainbow cookies?" And you had already left.
Yeah, by the time you texted me back, I was already smashing a creamed horn in the car.
Well, I complained, and the owner of Vitali's, Angie, she heard.
Angela.
Your complaint was
My complaint
noted.
was heard. And Angie and everybody over there at Vitali sent a whole bunch of Italian pastries and cannolis and my favorite rainbow cookies and cream horns.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Dude,
Have
these
you had a rainbow
cannolis are
cookie before?
awesome.
I've not, Riz. I've
That-
never
Pass
been
it around.
privy.
Dude, I never had one of those before. I just had it. It's maybe the best single bite of food I've ever had in my
These are
life.
my favorite cookies of all time.
You'd
You
call
can
it a
only
mouth
get
party?
these. You can only get these in an Italian bakery.
It was one of the
And
coolest,
during
most
certain times of year, she said.
original
She only makes them.
textures.
And I'm telling you, I had one during the last commercial break, and you saw what I transformed. My eyes rolled into the back of my head.
And he gave us all a raise. It was crazy.
It was awesome.
And yeah, for that moment, I was the happiest person on earth. And I said, Moon, try one of these. And you're like, no, I'm on a diet. And you're like, fine. I'm like, no, you try it.
I did it.
And you
I
did
broke
it.
edge. I broke edge for the
Stop
rainbow cookie.
talking about it. Pass the damn thing.
I
That's what
told
I'm
you at
doing
6
right now.
a.m.
It was the greatest.
Pass these around.
You were
It's a
going to
great-
go in.
That's the greatest mistake I've ever made.
You tell me that's not the best cookie you've ever had.
Yeah, it really is.
Ladies,
You could put this in between two pieces of Hot Shots pizza and make a real delight. Riz. Okay, like a
That's
sandwich.
the collab we need.
Like
That's
a
the
sandwich.
collab
Tell
we-
Angie, what's her name? Angie
Angie
Vitale.
Vitale,
Tell her to
yeah.
give me a ring. All right, come on by Lindbergh Hot Shots. Let's make this happen.
Thank you,
All right.
Angie.
we
We're
can
gonna
save
try it.
stones.
That
or
was an
whatever.
eye-opening experience. Thank you.
Wait. Right?
I already had one.
Those are ridiculous,
Tuesday.
aren't they?
If you don't like it, you get the hell out of here.
It's like it's like almond.
Yeah.
Amaretto.
Yeah.
Very good.
You know it. You
That's
know
exactly
it.
what it is.
You know it.
Dude.
Amaretto.
These things-
That's what it is.
The cream horns.
Well, the cannolis are amazing because the shell doesn't break apart. It's like the perfect consistency of shell, which is important.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever these ricotta puffs are, they look like little jelly donuts.
I haven't had those yet.
You better claim one now.
It's carb load
Dude,
time.
we got
so good.
Hot Shots pizza, and we got dessert. What a great
What a
Friday.
Friday.
Ask for it.
What a Friday.
Honestly, it's a cornucopia of goodness.
What a Friday. And we got a new Hot Shots Lindbergh Open. Man,
Life's good.
everything's
Let's take
coming
a
up
nap.
for his show. All right, let's give away some stuff. Ladies,
To the piece of garbage.
here we go. All right, Rafe, what are we calling today's
I'm
game?
going to call this Simpleton Trivia Hot Shots Edition.
Okay.
So what we do is I'm going to give you 10 simple trivia questions. These are common knowledge questions. You got a 45-second timer. You can pass. We're going to put one of you in isolation. We're going to let a caller call in. You each are going to have a caller subscribe to you. We're going to see who can answer the most questions in a 45-second rapid fire. Whoever answers the most, the caller wins tickets on your behalf.
Easy as that.
Easy?
Simple as that. So we've got tickets for the Cold War kids coming to the pageant next Monday. We've got a pair of tickets, one pair of tickets left for Moon's Punk Rock Christmas, less than a month away. December 7th over at the pageant, we got tickets for the Ho Ho Show at Letdown at the Duck Room, and we get tickets to go see our buddy Steve-O live at the Factory next Sunday. All right, so we got Paige and we've got Leah. Okay, let's go to the phones here. Jason.
Happy birthday, Riz.
Thanks, buddy. All right, Jason, are you going to back Paige or Leah?
Let's go with Paige.
All right. Jason is with Paige. Okay, hang on. I'm on hold. And Lucas. Hello, Lucas.
Good morning, guys. Happy birthday, Riz.
Thanks, buddy. All right, so you are with Leah.
Sounds good.
Hang on one second. Okay, so who's going to go into isolation first? All right, I got a 1 or 2 behind my back.
2.
Okay, it's 1. So, Leah, you are in isolation first.
Okay.
Okay, you are going to answer the questions first, Paige. Okay, let's get Leah in audio isolation. Okay, remember, these are rapid for you. Rafe's got 10 questions altogether.
Okay.
You will have 45 seconds to answer as many questions as you can.
Yep. The clock doesn't start till I finish the first question. And if you need to pass, just say pass. I'll come back to whatever you miss, okay?
Okay, here we
Don't
go.
get hung up.
This is Simpleton Trivia, Hot Shots Edition, and we start with Paige.
All right, Paige, are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Paige, let's play Simpleton Trivia. Paige, who was the leader of Nazi Germany?
Hitler.
Hitler, yep.
Meteorology is the scientific name for the study of what?
Weather.
What African river is also the longest river in the world?
Nigerian river.
In what country did the Renaissance begin?
Pass.
What is the largest human organ, also known as the epidermis?
Pass.
What is 9 times 9 minus 1?
I am not very good at math. We're going to pass.
What eastern continent is Mount Kilimanjaro located on?
Pass.
How many bones are in the adult human body?
207.
Oh, time.
Didn't get a buzzer. I don't
Time.
know what happened. All right, good job.
How many did you get right?
2.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
2. Okay. We're not going to tell Leah yet. Okay, Leah. Give Paige the headphones. All right, are you ready for
Pressure's on.
Simpleton Trivia?
Okay, well, don't make me feel weird about it.
45 seconds.
I'm going to try my best.
Answer as many questions as you can. You could pass if you get hung up, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Be in isolation. But let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, let's play Simpleton
She's got to be in
Trivia.
isolation. That's
Your time doesn't start until the end of the first question. Leah, who was the leader of Nazi Germany?
Hitler?
Meteorology is the scientific study of what?
Astrology? Or
What African
Universe?
river is also the longest river in the world?
the Nile?
In what country did the Renaissance begin?
Oh my God, pass.
What is the largest human organ, also known as the epidermis?
Skin.
What is 9 times 9 minus 1?
88.
What eastern continent is Mount Kilimanjaro located on?
Oh God, no. No.
How many bones are there in the adult human body?
206?
Yes. What country in Ottawa? What country is Ottawa the capital of? Excuse me.
Time.
Time. All right.
How many did
Leah
get correct?
4.
Leah got 4 correct?
Leah got 4
correct.
Oh, yay!
So Lucas wins.
Some of those were hard. You said easy questions. What?
Some of those were hard. We're not good at geography on this show, even
No,
our guests.
no.
It's fine.
I'm sorry. I guess.
All right, now
We'll try to make them a little easier.
Now Leah's
Something
gonna
can't all be.
now Leah's going to go first, and Paige will be in isolation for a second. Okay, so Sam, hello, Sam.
Hey, how we doing, y'all?
All right, Sam, Team Paige or Team Leah?
Let's go, Leah.
Okay, Team Leah and Jay. You are Team Paige. Okay.
Awesome.
All right, hang on. Okay, Leah's going to go now.
All right, Leah.
Hey, when time's up, just yell time because I can't see the clock.
Oh, okay.
You
And
ready?
Yeah.
What am I hearing?
That's her isolation
Oh,
headphones.
man, those things are blaring, dude.
They're,
All right.
they're bumping, but
They're
yes.
bumping. All right, Leah, let's go. Here we go. These should be a little easier. We'll see how you do. I think you'll do better.
Okay.
You did great, but
Well, thank you.
here we go. What is the currency of the United States?
$1,
How many days are there in a week?
7,
What is the process of ice turning into water called?
melting,
Who painted? No, that's correct.
Oh, my bad.
Who painted the famous artwork Starry Night?
Van Gogh.
Correct. What is the largest country in South America?
Oh, God, no.
What color is grass most commonly?
Green,
What is the capital of Japan?
Tokyo,
What is the main organ for breathing?
the lungs,
What is the fastest land animal?
the jaguar.
No. What is 10 divided by 2 plus 7?
11,
No.
Oh.
And that's 10 questions.
Okay.
All right.
10 divided by 2 plus 7.
Shh. How many was that?
7.
7. Okay.
Good job.
Thank you.
Well
All right,
done.
you can come out.
Let's get Paige up here.
All right, Paige.
You
got
ready?
This. You ready? This is a little easier round.
Okay.
Lean into the mic. You're very soft-spoken.
Yes.
I like
Sorry,
that about
sorry.
you. Here we go. No, you got this. Say it with confidence. Say it from your chest, girl. Here we go. Ready? What is the currency of the United States?
USD,
Yes, we'll count that. How many days are there in a week?
7,
What is the process of ice turning into water called?
condensation, freezing.
Who painted the famous artwork Starry Night?
Van Gogh.
What is the largest country in South America?
South America would be. Is South America? Oh, no, you're going by country, so that'd be
Country.
continent. I'll pass for now.
What color is grass most commonly?
Green,
What is the capital of Japan?
Tokyo,
What is the main organ for breathing?
lungs,
What is the fastest land animal?
cheetah,
Oh, is that right?
That's correct.
right.
She's
Yeah,
right.
keep going.
What is 10 divided by 2 plus 7?
Oh, time.
dang.
Tied up.
Tied.
Almost.
Tied?
Tied.
They'll both win.
Tie goes to both.
Tie goes to both.
Nice job.
Okay, so Sam and Jay won. Let's do one more round, ladies. One more round.
Ladies, good job.
Okay.
Good job. Okay, who's going to go in isolation this round?
I will.
All right, we'll keep Leah in isolation. Okay, Tim, hello.
I'm gotta go with Leah.
Tim is Team Leah. Okay, and Josh, you are Team Paige.
All right, let's do it.
All right, hang on.
Yeah,
one
music.
more round.
She can hear, pump some music into her little
Simpleton
ears.
Trivia Hot Shots Edition. Brand new Hot Shots location now open. You could find these two ladies working there at the Hot Shots Limburg on 7575 Limburg Boulevard.
Now open for you, Riz.
Open for everybody's enjoyment.
100%. Come by for lunch today. You can see Paige and Leah. You can ask them questions.
Ask them questions.
They'll be
Rapid
behind
fire.
the bar. Bring your trivia.
For those curious about the music in the headphones, we've gone from Seosin to 311 to now the Bee Gees.
Oh, nice.
fantastic.
Nice. Okay, let's go. Final round.
All right, here we go. Paige, are you ready?
I am.
Let's play Simpleton Trivia. Let's knock it out of the park. You crushed 7. Was great on the last one. Here we go. What is the tallest mountain in the world?
Himalayan,
Who is the lead singer of the band Queen?
do I have to go by name?
Yes, who is the
I'll
lead
pass.
singer of the band Queen? How many continents are there?
7,
What is the national sport of Canada?
hockey,
What is the process of water turning into vapor called?
condensation,
Nope. Which fast food chain is known for Big Macs?
McDonald's,
What medicine derived from mold was discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1928?
pass.
What is the largest country in the world by population?
North America,
No. In which ocean is the Bermuda Triangle located?
Atlantic,
Yes. What
Time,
major?
time.
Time.
All right.
How many was that?
4.
4. Who's the idiot on the buzzer dinger?
I don't know, but he's very inconsistent.
And very inconsistent.
I
Can
don't
you give me a
know.
thumbs up or thumbs down?
I was, and you just weren't
I
making
can't
any
see it.
noises. Oh, all right.
I'm a simpleton as well.
Simpleton Buzzer. Let's play a game called Simpleton Buzzer.
All right.
All right.
Leah, here we go.
Leah, there's a guy on the phone. He's never been to a concert before.
that's sad.
He has no money. He's been turned down by Make-A-Wish 5 to 6 times.
That's awful.
No pressure. This is his one chance
Yeah, no pressure.
to go
Okay.
see the show.
To go see Moon and Punk Rock Christmas.
That's right. Punk Rock. If he doesn't go to Punk Rock Christmas,
he will die.
He will no longer believe in Santa Claus.
And he will pass away.
And he will die. And go to hell. So, no pressure. Here we go. What is the tallest mountain in the world?
Pass.
Who is the lead singer of the band Queen?
Freddie Mercury.
How many continents are there?
7.
What is the national sport of Canada?
Hockey.
What is the process of water turning into vapor called?
Condensation.
No. Which fast food chain is known for Big Macs?
McDonald's.
What medicine derived from mold was discovered in 1928 by Alexander Fleming?
Penicillin.
What is the largest country in the world by population?
China.
In which ocean is the Bermuda Triangle located?
Don't even ask that.
What major war ended in 1945?
Oh, God. Also, don't ask that.
Okay. Back to who's the lead singer of the band Queen?
Freddie Mercury.
She got
it.
Okay,
Right.
sorry.
All right. Time.
6.
That was a penicillin question. All right,
6. Congratulations, Leah.
Woo!
And now Tim gets to go to his first concert ever.
Tim.
So
happy,
Congratulations.
And he's going to live.
He will live.
And he believes in Santa.
And he believes in Santa
He's
now,
not
too.
going to hell.
Well, congratulations,
Well, that
ladies. We all did it. We're all a little bit smarter today.
We're all
And you
smarter.
guys had your first ever rainbow cookies, which you liked.
Good job, ladies.
Life-changing.
Life change. What a life-changing day. So make sure you check out the all-new Hot Shots Lindbergh. Now open. This is the first week open, so this is we'll consider it a grand opening.
This is a grand opening week. It's almost months about grand opening extravaganzas, Riz. We have a Clydesdale coming up in a couple weeks. We have you coming up in a couple. Not together, but maybe.
That's a bummer.
And we have a bunch of great events. You can check them out, hotshotsnet.com. Like I said, we have not opened a new Hot Shots in St. Louis, so please come by. Meet Riz in a couple weeks, or just come by this weekend. You can meet Paige and Leah. Bring your trivia questions. We'll make you believe in Santa Claus again. And I promise you will have a good time at the new Hot Shots on Lindbergh.
Awesome.
And we can't wait to have you guys out and join the party.
All the info, hotshotsnet.com. Now we get to eat pizza. Thank you. Love you guys. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Moon's got sports. We'll wrap her up. It is 9:19. All right, welcome back to the program. Moon's got sports here in just one moment. I want to tell you about this woman. Hang on. Oh, where the hell is the story? I'm a mess today.
I know, it's those cookies.
Ever since I had those rainbow cookies, my life is
different.
Yes, it's different. I haven't had a rainbow cookie that good.
I'm so happy for you. They were delicious, and thank you again to
Vitalis.
All
right, so now, Rafe, we're going to play pretend here.
Yes.
I want you to take the side of the guy on the story, okay?
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's an exercise in taking the side of a douchebag. Okay, so a pregnant woman started this viral conversation after sharing that her husband complained that she isn't allowing him, quote, free time when she asks to watch their other kid while she goes to the bathroom to throw up. So this 24-year-old woman, she writes that her husband, quote, wasn't the most understanding of pregnancy last time and basically thought I was being dramatic till I started showing, at which point he was very supportive. And this seems to be happening again. So on a recent morning, the woman writes, tensions were running high because their toddler was running up to dad every 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. She says, I was trying to make everyone food, but was repeatedly being called over to distract my toddler away from my husband. I finally told him if he wanted to have free time, he needed to go into the bedroom and shut the door. So he did that. He did so after some grumbling, and he said he should be allowed to enjoy time whenever he wants in his house and wherever he wants. But it seemed like he was fine after I brought him breakfast in bed. Remember, this is a pregnant woman.
Mm-hmm.
She continues, I continued to clean and take care of the toddler while getting sicker and sicker. I had to interrupt husband for a minute to watch toddler while I puked. Then he went back to the room when I was done. At 9:45 a.m., I had to interrupt him again because I was sick. At that point, she writes her husband was very upset. He says I shouldn't be offering him free time and then interrupting him repeatedly. I feel like I really need to try my best to give him free time, but I can't control when I'm sick. I tried to just bring a toddler. I tried to just bring the toddler with me, but it'll just open the door and run away while I'm puking.
And the toddler doesn't want to be in there with mommy puking anyway.
Now the woman wants to know, is she wrong for interrupting her husband?
No, she's wrong for not vomiting directly on her husband.
This woman needs to get the hell away from this man. This man is a monster.
Yeah. He's
Why do I have to
you
defend
guys.
this guy?
Rafe,
you give me this job?
Rafe, defend him.
You know what? I feel for this guy. I really do. This guy's got it rough. You know what I mean? Like, don't dangle the coupon of free time. He's probably in there. This guy's probably in the middle of Wordle.
Yeah. He probably didn't want to have a second kid either, you know? I mean, this is the whole thing
Maybe
now.
that's it.
Yeah.
It's his job to defend the
I'm sorry.
He did his job. He busted.
I'm co-counsel. Okay.
He's like, I busted in you. That's my job. Now you do the rest. And you know what? I think he does deserve free time. In fact, I think he should get a whole bunch more free time. I think he should get his own apartment and be given all the free time except for every other Wednesday and weekends. I think they should have plenty of free time on his hands. That's my defense of this guy.
I feel bad for this woman that she's even got to go onto the internet to ask that question.
I know.
It almost feels fake. It's so over the top. Is like this can't. If this is a real person,
I don't know if you. I know you, Moon. You were in the other room. Did you hear the story?
Divorce this person now.
Man complains pregnant wife is interrupting his free time with her morning sickness.
She wants him to watch the toddler while she vomits.
They got another little kid, and he wants his free time and should have his free time, but she keeps getting sick because she's pregnant.
What a dork.
He felt better after she served him breakfast in bed. But then got upset again later when she had to throw up another time and he had to watch the toddler.
Dude, what a monster. Yikes.
Yeah, I say go full Reagan from The Exorcist on this guy, and just let it rip, lady. More power to you.
Yeah, you need a divorce.
Yeah, man. Pull the ripcord, man.
I mean, they're going to have 2 kids. Oh, man. She's 24.
Now she's a single mom with 2 kids.
You have the rest of your life. Like, you have so much more time.
What a disaster. That's my nightmare.
Yeah, you dummy. You're supposed to be tired at 24. You're built for it. It's going to be fine, dude.
She's 24. I'm saying, she's got the rest of her life. Get this guy. It's only going to get worse. As men get older, we get grumpier.
Yeah, I am not a proponent for divorce. But
well, as women get older, we get bitchier because it's a hormonal thing. We can't help it.
That's not true.
Oh, it is.
Don't hide behind some smoke screen of
it's not.
AIDS.
It's science.
Hormones.
It's hormones. They're a hell of a drug.
Can't hide behind your hormones.
I turn into a werewolf at least once a month. It's pretty cool.
Would this guy step up for her if she was sick?
He's not
He's
now.
not.
Right.
That's not even
cutting into his free time.
That's not even something that we have to project. He's proving that he doesn't.
So she's ill. He's just he's complaining. Oh,
buy the ticket, take the ride, lady.
I mean, I guess he's going in there to Joe, and I guess he has to release that. I don't know.
No, he wasn't joeing.
He's
Where'd
just
you
playing.
get the
I don't
joeing?
know. I'm
He
just
wants us
imagining what you people do when you're about. You need your free time. That's code for.
What do you mean?
I want to do
Yeah,
myself.
what do you mean, you people? You just put us in the category with this monster?
We do what other people do.
Well,
with
Rafe's
their free
defending
time.
him.
I was tasked with defending him.
Yeah.
It's debate class, and he's on that side.
That's right. This was an exercise in debate class.
I defended him right on out the house and into his own apartment.
One more little thing before we get into sports. Normally, ambulance chasing has a negative connotation for lawyers, right? But in this case, it could be a good thing. A law firm in Oregon filed a lawsuit on behalf of a 71-year-old guy named William Hosch. He was riding his bike a couple years ago when he got hit by an ambulance. An ambulance crashed into him after turning into his path. The ambulance scooped William up, rushed him to the hospital. But why is there a lawyer involved now? Because they billed him for the ambulance ride.
Oh, no.
Not joking. The ambulance hit a man while riding a bike, scooped him up, brought him to the hospital, and then billed him for the ambulance ride.
I mean, rules is rules, right? He was in an accident. He needed an ambulance ride.
So the ambulance scooped William up, rushed him to the hospital, but when they later had him, billed for more than $1,800,
I mean, that's how the machine works, right? I guess they have to bill
what he
him,
lawyered up.
and then he sues whoever hit him for the cost. I mean, it's a strange circle, but that's the system in which we've built.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the only bill he's dealing with. He says he's racked up $47,000 in medical expenses and expects another $50,000 in the future. Fractured his nose, got scraped, got bruised up. Also suffered decreased range in motion, reduced grip strength.
Not to mention he needs a new Cannondale.
He was riding a Schwinn. I don't know.
A Huffy? A mongoose?
So he's suing. He may win.
Mm-hmm.
At least the cost of the ambulance ride. That's rotten.
That is super
That's
rotten.
peak America right there. Hello.
Hello, capitalism.
Hello. You get hit by an ambulance and they scoop you up, bring you to the hospital and charge you.
You paid for it.
You paid for it.
All right, let's do sports. All right, Moon, what do we got?
Sports is brought to you by Jack and Coke, the popular cocktail, now available in a ready-to-drink can. The Blues had no offense last night, and they had 10 shots on goal through 2 periods. It took them until after the first television timeout of the night to even put a puck on net. They went the final 10 minutes and 5 seconds of the second period without a single shot on goal. St. Louis finished with only 15 shots. This, among other things, is what handed them a 4-2 loss to the Utah Hockey Club. Blues take on the Capitals tomorrow here in St. Louis, 6 p.m.
They
start.
don't even have a name. They're just the Utah Hockey Club. They don't even have a name yet.
Speaking of not having a name, but also having a name, Bronny James is getting sent to the G League. Is that for Gatorade? Because the logo is like the Gatorade logo with the lightning bolt. Is that why it's called the G League?
No clue.
I don't even know, but I guess that's the NBA minor leagues. At least on a temporary basis, the report's claiming that the NBA rookie will now split time with the Lakers and their developmental affiliate in the G League. Bronny will make his debut with the South Bay Lakers on Saturday against Salt Lake City, but will also be with the Big Dogs on Friday's home matchup against the 76ers. Through 4 appearances, he is averaging 3.2 minutes, 1 point, 0.2 rebounds, 0.5 assists, and 0.2 assists a game.
Well, he's not really playing much.
3.2 minutes on average.
Yeah, so I mean, just because Daddy's on the team. Daddy's LeBron. Listen, you have to have some skills to keep up with that.
Some skills to be in the NBA?
Yeah, I mean,
that's one of the hardest leagues to
you can't
ever
just
be.
ride into Daddy's coattails, right?
It's one of the hardest leagues to ever be a part of. A full roster is what, 7 guys?
No, I think it was funny. Like the first time that LeBron and Bronny walked on the court at the same time, I saw on Twitter it was like, this is a historic moment, and I went, like, it just didn't feel like it to
Not
me.
yet.
Oh, like father and son walking on the court at the same time.
I think it's cool.
Well, it's very cool, but I'm not sure it's a big deal.
They tried to make it a bigger deal than like. I don't know. I just didn't feel like it was watching, Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr. on the field at the same time.
My buddies that are Lakers fans didn't really care about this. Like, they love LeBron, but they're just like, you got to, especially with NBA fans, like, you got to prove yourself.
He's not very
dude.
likable. I'll be honest with you, LeBron.
I love him.
Yeah, they all love him.
I do. I think he's cool, and I like
him.
his
I don't know
stances on things.
He seems like a very smug jerk.
Yeah.
I don't get that from him.
You don't? You don't think, like,
I don't get much from him.
I remember they were, he's supposed to, they saw a book in his.
Same. I'm with you.
They saw a book in his locker room, in his locker, and they asked him about the book. Clearly didn't read it.
Oh, it's just there? Maybe somebody gave it to him.
No, he's
We got
supposed to be
stuff in our
like this
office.
well-read. He's supposed to be this like well-read, educated, knowledgeable on all things. I don't know.
Dude, we got books in our office that you have none of us
But
have
I don't
read.
pretend to read them.
Yeah, but they were given to us. Maybe a fan gave it to him. He put it in his locker.
Look up the story. It's quite comical because he was supposed to be reading this book and the whole thing. I just don't like him.
I get kind of I'm with you, dude. It's almost like ambivalent. Like
Yeah,
I don't have any. He doesn't show me much of a personality at all. He's just
At
kind
all,
of there.
and everything that goes around.
I like what
seems,
he tweets.
It just seems so contrived. Like he's trying to be.
He's had an image
so
since he
many
got out of high
things.
school, man. That'd be weird.
I don't like it.
But maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm just. Whatever.
I do think the father-son thing, though, is like. I think LeBron wanted that.
Yeah,
he's
for
the one that
sure.
cares about it the most. I think
Yeah, and he
I think
pushed
he
for
thinks he's going to be. I think he thinks he's on the cusp, and if he guides him, he could keep him in the NBA.
Well, and he loves his kids so much. If you follow him at all,
For sure.
I mean, he is a great dad to his kids.
For sure.
And wants the best for his children, just like every dad. So
For sure.
he just has a bigger platform and more connections to get little Bronny's dreams to come true. I mean, that's nepotism at its finest.
The Cincinnati Bengals weren't going to give Lamar Jackson a shot to beat them in overtime after Jamar Chase scored his third touchdown of the game with 38 seconds left during a monster night for him and Burrow. Bengals head coach Zach Taylor did not hesitate to call for a 2-point conversion. Jackson was awesome on Thursday night, as he has been all season. The Bengals would take their chance on one play from the 2-yard line rather than whatever might happen in overtime. Probably the correct call, but it didn't work out. 3 blatant penalties totally ignored. Burrow threw incomplete to Tanner Hudson on the 2-point attempt, and the Ravens held on for a thrilling win/loss, 35-34. That's 2 tough losses for the Bengals against the Ravens this season, and what's worse, the flaccid lane, or the fast lane as their fans call them, picked the Ravens. We picked the Bengals. We're 5 points down going into Sunday.
Here's what it is. LeBron's got this reading shtick.
Okay.
So there's always pictures of him reading, and he's always on the first page.
Is that on purpose?
I don't know.
I mean, reading is down as a country.
I don't know.
So.
If he's always on the first page, that's kind of funny.
I've started a lot of books.
It's like him reading. It's always on the first page. And it's always him looking like, oh.
He's doing that, or the trolls are doing that?
I don't know. This one says, why is LeBron always on the first page of a book? And there's like 10 pictures of him just.
He's starting a book, you guys.
He's always starting a book.
That's really funny.
Always be reading.
Had you been there 30 seconds earlier, you'd have seen him finishing the last book. But now you just keep catching him when he's opening the next one.
The reading shtick. The reading shtick blew up publicly. I don't know if he. One of the things was that he was supposedly reading the autobiography of Malcolm X, and somebody asked him about it. And he clearly didn't know anything about it.
Hey, man, reading retention's a big problem in this country, right? All of us got it. I read books all the time, and you're like, hey, go back and tell me. I'm an idiot. Can't tell you. I just read it. And it's in one ear, it's out the other. But you read it. That's all of us.
The greatest example was years ago when he was asked his favorite part of the autobiography of Malcolm X, and he couldn't formulate a coherent answer other than the civil rights activist was, quote, a very smart man. That's like asking somebody their favorite part of Harry Potter and getting he was a wizard for a response.
That's true.
Well, it was a...
Thanks for the in-depth analysis, LeBron.
Wizard. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because I'm a wizard.
All right. We'll take one final break. We'll come back. We'll wrap her up.
If we are back.
All right, that is it for us. Thank you all for tuning in. Great week of shows. We are done. Have a great weekend. Make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. Also this weekend, make sure you're listening for the Foo Fighters as Learn closes out her Face to Music Week this whole weekend. From 6 to midnight every day. If you hear a Foo Fighters song, open up the Point Mobile app, tap Learn's face, and your chance to win $1,000 and your chance to co-host a morning show. All right, Moon, what is today's podcast title?
Sweets, Treats, and the Nigerian River.
All right. Yeah, big thanks to Vitali's Bakery for, just all the Italian pastries.
Oh, yes.
Man, I just housed one of these ricotta puffs, and God, they're good.
Dude, Vitali's, man.
Doing it right.
Highly recommend. Thanks to Angie and everybody down there. Thanks to Jay Boyd and everybody over at Hot Shots. Make sure you check out their new location, Hot Shots Lindbergh in South County. All right, what else, Moon?
December 7th, we got Punk Rock Christmas coming up from the band. 2 shows, 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. We were all out of tickets because a lot of people that won the games were excited to go to Punk Rock Christmas. A couple of people asking, too, hey, are we doing costumes? Are we wearing stuff? Yeah, like all these shows, we're just celebrating and having fun. Obviously, it's a Christmas season, so if you have anything that you want to go all out in one of those Christmas suits or something, like, just have fun.
People. When you said we're out of tickets, no, we are out of giving away tickets.
Oh, sorry, we were out
tickets
out
are
of
still
giving away
available.
Tickets for this week. Yeah. But tickets are still available. ThePageant.com. Both shows still have tickets available. 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. It's going to be so much fun. Bring the whole family or bring a friend group because it's just a fun Christmas party.
All right, thank you, Moon. Learn.
Follow me at Learn versus Radio. My band's playing tomorrow at Copper Fire in Belleville from 2 to 5, some day rock. And I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks.
Are you going out there for Casey later on?
Yeah, I'm actually getting out of here and going straight to Belleville.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye. Rafe.
I'm getting out here and going straight to Springfield. We're going in opposite directions. I'll be at Springfield, Mo at the Blue Room all weekend long. And next week, I would like to remind people, Flyover Comedy Fest is next weekend, and you can still get wristbands. They're almost sold out. To see all that, there's 300 comedians and sketch performers and improvisers playing on on about 50 stages down in the Grove over a 3-day weekend. We got Patton Oswalt, Tig Notaro headlining, and you can see the comedians, hang out with them. All the shows are walkable. It's a fun weekend. You can come down to the Grove, park at the Improv Shop, and just walk up and down and see as many shows as you want with a wristband, or you can buy tickets to individual shows at flyovercomedyfest.com.
Thank you, Rafe. All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our Teamers Remember the Day, brought to you by Hot Shots. Mark Hanania Sr. from Wildwood is our Teamers Remember the Day.
Hi, Mark.
I said that correctly, right?
You did.
Excellent.
Cannonia. Yeah, Mark is awesome. Love Mark.
Well, congratulations, Mark. And Mark wants to hear this song. Here it is. Have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday. Bye.
Energy up.